What's up, Drew? Checking that everything is in here. Yep. All right, it's popping in. Good. Let a few people jump in. I don't really care how many people show up right now. Just figured I gotta unbox some stuff. I might as well do it. You guys hear me okay? What's up, Storm? YouTube. All right, you said yes. All right, fine. YouTube gave me some stupid warning saying that my audio bitrate was 0. But my software says it's 320. So I'm like, that's far from 0. I can see the audio moving, so. All right. Well, I'll keep this one kind of short. I'm gonna unbox some things. Then, we can chat for a little bit. People are on. If not, we'll just unboxing is done. And I'm gonna do the Shield video pretty soon. Not tonight, too late. But Shield Pro is one of the things I'll unbox tonight. And maybe tomorrow after work, I'll do the setup. So let's get to it. I am doing something that's the first time I've ever done this, right? So I on a stand over here. You see this box right here? The iPhone is on a stand above this box. Clip the box. Audio is doing something weird now. What's wrong with it? Someone else is coming through my mic. Really? That would be crazy. You could hear somebody else talking. Nobody's here. Audio is in and out. 2 voices? What the heck? Hold on, I gotta turn this on so I can hear this. I don't hear anything. Am I loud enough? I tried to turn everything down some. I wonder if it's because this is inside too. Maybe I'll face this out. Maybe I'll leave that facing out. I don't know if maybe it's audio is rough on your end. That is so weird. How about now? Because I'm hearing the feedback through YouTube and it sounds fine to me. It might have been because this mic was inside. The microphone is right here. And maybe on the inside it was rubbing on my sweater. The only thing I could think of. Does it sound fine now though? All right, cool. Sounds good. All right, so this is what I did. I set up my iPhone on this stand over here, right? You can't really see it right now, but you'll see the base of the stand in a minute. And the iPhone is just on the camera, but I'm using NDI, right? And with NDI, I can send the camera over Wi-Fi right to my software. So I actually have 4K coming out of the iPhone's back camera. We're gonna see how it works. And I'm gonna mute myself because it's driving me crazy now that I know I sound good. All right, we're gonna try this. I'm gonna switch to the use my really ghetto green cutter to open up boxes today. I have a knife somewhere that's much nicer. I don't know where it is. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I am gonna use this. This gonna be my unboxing knife from now on. I've had this knife since I was like 16. So there we go. Little brass knuckle action with a knife. Beat up some boxing. All right, so forget this ugly cutter. We'll leave this on the side. All about this. We're gonna switch to the iPhone right now, and I'll unbox some stuff. I don't know exactly if the angle is gonna be right when I get things out of the box. Not a big angle. I might have to make it even taller eventually. But for right now, it should be fine. Nothing I'm unboxing is very big. So we'll go with that. All right, let's get it cracking. We're gonna do this. Boom. So you guys can see the base of the stand right there. The first box I'm gonna open is up there, and we're gonna take it from there. All right. And I'm hoping you guys still hear me fine, right? Because I switched that, but it should still be going into the. I'm gonna move this over so it's more like in the middle here. There we go. Something like that. Okay. And unbox, baby. How's the camera look? Y'all can leave a comment in there. Let me know. I'm only outputting this at 1440p, but it is saying that the camera is at 4K. Camera itself. So it's downscaling itself. So for you guys that remember, the other night when I was testing 4K, camera overheated, right? Well, maybe this will help. So I ordered these little jammies, 2 of them. I'm going to put one behind the monitors on each side of the camera. And these can rotate fully. 3-year warranties. Vornado is a good company, so I figured let me give that a go. Tony says that mic kind of sucks. You must have to be talking right into it. I turned the volume down lower than I usually do. Maybe that's what the problem is, because this mic has never sounded bad. So I should be louder now. Is that better? Or is that too loud? As I move, the audio comes in and out. Well, it shouldn't. I mean, it's a wireless mic, but it's never done that to me. How is it now? Is it better? I turned up the gain, so he said, "Oh yeah, okay." So I was trying to make it as low as possible as to not distort anything, but better. All right, cool. So that level is better. Let's check these out. I was like, why does this look so bad? And then I realized that my YouTube was displaying to me at 144p. So that was not going to work out well. All right. So let's check this out. So little Vornados. Wow, that's a sharp knife. I just cut right through that box. Put this down right here. We'll see what this looks like. Yeah, garbage. Small. That was kind of what I was expecting. But it was actually harder than I thought to find something that could do what I wanted it to do. My camera's up high on the desk, right? And this is really nice. It's heavy. Got some weight to it. This is definitely nice, man. It's got some weight to it. 3 speeds on the back. Quality feels very nice. I like the little rubber parts right here. This is like so you can put it on the desk and it won't make any vibrations. They're like little rubber bands on here. That's cool. And then you got this knob right here So you can twist it and move it up and down on the lever to do what you want it to do. Put it in the position you want. Let's move this first box out of the way. Leave it like this. I'm going to check it out. Apparently, twisting this knob is not going to be easy. Might need a wrench for it. But I don't really need to move it. The reason why I got this one is because it can do this. I wanted to be able to go straight up. So I could kind of put this just on the side like this, and it goes slightly up like this, and another one right here like this, and boom, right up into the camera. It's kind of my idea. And they don't have to be on high. I read that they're very quiet. These are called Vornado Pivots. They have a Pivot V3, which has a 5-year warranty, and it's bigger and it blows more air, but I didn't want to make a lot of noise. So this is the original Vornado Pivot. And they're like 20 bucks. They're not even expensive. 20 bucks with a 3-year warranty is pretty good. The other one, the V3, is bigger, and everyone says that it blows crazy amounts of air, but that this one is more like a personal one. But the reason I like this is because it blows a very straight stream. So that's what I wanted. I wanted to just go bam right up into the camera. The bigger one, the stream is wider, which is still good, but I don't have a lot of space behind my monitors to mess with it. But I just really like that I can twist these. They also make a version for another $10 that has like a clip that you could clip onto your desk. So like on the outside of the desk, you could clip it and then twist it back and forth, but it actually like hugs the top and bottom of the desk instead of having this base. So there's the other one. They don't make the desk version for some reason in black. They only make it in gray. The clip-on one that can go on the end of the desk is black. Why? Makes no sense to me, but the gray is actually quite nice. I'm gonna throw this stuff on the floor. And the end objective here basically is the same. You kind of want to put this something like that, one on each side, going upwards towards the camera, and you just kind of hit the cameras on each side. That's really it. So they're pretty simple. I like that I can twist this any way I want, which is a nice feature. You don't really find this on a lot of fans. I could point this straight down if I felt like it. I don't know why you'd want to, but I could. So I'm going to put them on their lowest settings, one on each side of the camera, and let them just blow air straight up at the camera because hot air rises anyway. So that's my plan. We'll see see what happens. McMahon says name of the knife. I got this knife when I was 16. It is Tac Force Speedster. That's what it says. Tac Force Speedster model, first of the first. And it's got brass knuckles, so you can use that if you need to. And they're definitely hard. They're not they're metal. They're not brass, obviously, but it's the same metal as it's on the outside of here. It's all one piece on each side with the space in the middle. And it's not like a crazy high quality knife, but I've had, I mean, with a 16, I've had this for 23 years. Literally. All right, so that's the fans. That's the plan for the fans, and I like that they plug into the outlets and they don't run off USB. So they'll definitely, I think they'll push some air. They got weight, man. If you guys need a small personal space fan, I'll put these in the store. They do come with 3-year warranties, made in the USA. I gotta look back at make sure I'm doing this right. I'm taking it too far out. But yeah, made in the USA. 3-year warranties on the fans, and they're made by Vornado. They're called Vornado Pivots. So I'm gonna put these to the side now. I'm gonna move over to the next thing. Now I will not need my lovely knife for this. this is the camera that I was streaming with. What I did was I called Sony and I asked them, is it normal for this camera to overheat while just outputting 4K video? And they said it really shouldn't, that they fixed it with this model. I said, well, mine did. And they asked me where I bought it. I said, Amazon. They said, send it back for another one, and then you could test. So I have about a month with the one that I'm using now before it has to go back. But I'll show you all the camera because I already had it up, so you actually can't see it while I'm using it. All right. I just got the body only because I bought a separate lens. But this is the Sony A6400, and it is a APS-C camera. It's a little smaller than full frame, but it's like only one step down. It's only a little bit smaller than full frame. Makes them cheaper. Trying to get that back on. Where is the? There we go. Line that up. And it's a cool camera. I hate these things. Please, if Sony, if you're watching, stop this, because you're taking video. Nobody wants to hear this when you're shooting video. Like if I was walking with it, these little things are so stupid. They make no sense. Just put a cloth strap in here. You know, like why do we have this? It's way too noisy and just jingle around when you're moving. Makes no sense. But anyway, this is the camera that I was streaming with. And you got your flip up screen in the back. So it pops up, comes out, goes up. And then that's how it would be when you're using it. So I can see myself while I'm on the stream on the screen. That's pretty much how that works. Takes great photos with the right lenses, does great video. And let's hope this one doesn't overheat. But I got the fans just in case, because I'm not going to keep sending it back if it keeps overheating. I think blowing some air on it will definitely save it. I actually watched videos online where people with the previous version, the A6300, took out the side screen like this and got a tiny little like 12mm fan and put it there because they didn't really need the screen, and like taped it right here and blew it onto this back plate here because the sensor is right in here and that's what gets really hot. And it never overheated just by having a little fan blow here. So since I'm going to be having it all the way up like this, I'll make sure that the fan comes up and goes through here. Also, I'll have the battery door open because I have a dummy battery. So with the battery door open and the fan air coming up from the bottom, I think all of that should help. I mean, I know the battery's in there, but there's an SD card slot right here. And I will not have an SD card in it because I'm not actually recording to the camera. I'm recording to the computer, so I don't need it. So the air can definitely blow up through the SD card slot and hopefully help too. So that's generally the plan. We'll see if it overheats on 4K. All right. So that's the camera. I'm not going to do a whole review on this camera. If you guys want me to, I actually could, but I could probably save that for the tech channel, I guess. It's a great camera though. A6400 body by itself is about it's $800, like $798, I believe. Oh no, it might be $900. Yeah, I think it's $898 for the body. And if you get the kit lens that comes with it, which I'd recommend, I didn't buy it and I regret not buying it. I actually had to buy it after and it cost me an extra $30. It's $998 with the kit lens. It's a nice little zoom lens with image stabilization because this camera has no in-body image stabilization. So if you're walking with it and trying to use it as like a vlogging camera or something, it's really not that great because there's no stabilization. So you definitely want a lens if you're going to carry it around that has stabilization on it. But in the box, you get the camera, which I'll put back here now. I haven't used this one yet. But you guys see the quality of the video this camera puts out because you could see it from the videos I've done already. You get the camera, you get a USB charging cable, one battery, a camera strap, a viewfinder eyepiece, and a little Sony USB charger for your USB cable. The cool thing about this is if you do have it stationary, you can use this charger and plug it in and set it up in the camera where there's a setting so that it will charge the battery while the camera's running. So your battery will deplete slower. I use the dummy battery instead, so it never runs out. But That's always an option. These batteries are very small. These are the NPFW50 Sony batteries. They don't last. They get about an hour and a half of recording time before they go out. So it's not terrible, but that's all that comes in the box. You pay either either $898 or $998 for this, and you would get a lens if you paid $998. The box would be a little bigger. So that's all there is on that. Now, interestingly enough, what you guys won't be expecting. Let me make sure everything's good. What's up, guys? All right. Nobody's saying any audio is bad or anything. Boom. Sony a6600. Now, I just took away the 6400, right? This is what happened. I'm a little impulsive sometimes, all right? So when this overheated, my original one, it was, I think, Friday when I did my last live show. And it didn't, it was Friday night. Sony support was already closed. And I wanted to try to do a live show over the weekend, right? And I'm like, damn, this is terrible. I really, I got to return this to Amazon if it's messed up. So I was like, you know what, maybe I'll just return the 6400 entirely to Amazon and get a 6600 instead and see if, it doesn't have the problem, because I'm thinking maybe it's a 6400 issue or something like that. But I don't think it is a 6400 issue. Then I kind of realized I want the 6600 anyway. So I went to Best Buy and I got the 6600. My credit card bills are not thanking me, but hopefully these cameras make me some money long term, and that will be I'm going to actually take the 6400 back out just so I could show you the differences. I'm going to leave it on the side for now after I unbox the 6600, and I'll explain the reason why I got the 6600. So we're going to leave the 6400 camera itself right here for the moment. And we'll unbox the 66, and I'll show you guys what the differences are. So here's the 66, right? And if somebody could tell me, right, like, is the video really clear here? Because I can't tell how good or not good it is so easily. It looks great in my software, very clear, but I don't know how clear it actually comes across to YouTube. You know what I mean? Oh, I got my 1 thumbs down already. I love you guys. Whoever that is that loves to give me that 1 thumbs down, I really appreciate you. You make my day every time. It happens so fast. It's amazing. So much fun. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you giving me the thumbs down. Engagement is all good. So thank you. All right, so it looks great. All right, awesome. All right, so we're going to get back to it then. Here we go. So in here, got your camera, which I'm going to put on the side for a second next to the 64. Got your battery, which this battery is about twice the size of the other battery. All right. So you get about twice as long in recording time, twice as many photos you can take. This is the same battery they use in their full frame cameras like the A7 III. So this is the first time a 6 series camera got this battery. I'm going to put that on the side for a second. I'll actually take out the 6400 battery just for comparison's sake so you could see. So here's the A6400 battery, and here's the A6600 battery. So you can see that's quite a big difference in battery. It definitely weighs twice as much, and it's got twice as much capacity. It's a much better battery. And they use this to power their full-size cameras, like I was saying. So that is a win. That is one thing the 6600 has over the 6400. And it's a tremendous thing if you're not going to be stationary with the camera, which I don't plan to be with the 6600 all the time. So you get your battery, your eyepiece for your viewfinder, same USB charger, same USB cable, and a camera strap, which I'm not sure if that's the same camera strap, but it ain't nothing crazy. It's just a camera strap. That's it. If you just buy the body, that's all you get. This camera, I believe, is $1,200, I think. Like for the body by itself, I think it's $1,200. I'll look after. I'm not 100% sure. But oh wait, that goes like this. So I'm gonna just put this to the side real quick. I'm gonna show you guys The A6600, of course, also with jinglies, which I hate, and the A6400 side by side. Now, you guys look at this, all right? Your grip is way bigger up here, and that is great for holding the camera one-handed. You have more to grip onto. The reason the grip is bigger is because that's where the battery goes, and it's much better. All right, the grip is smaller on here. It's way more like I'm just holding this camera with the tips of my fingers. I don't know how well you guys can see that at this angle, but the tips are just there from this. This I can get way more of my hand in here and go all the way around, and it's just much easier to hold on to. So I do like that a lot better right off the jump. Other than that, they have the same image sensor, very similar processing. Let me close this up for now so I don't damage anything. Very similar processing. Everything is very similar, but the A6600 has steady shot inside. So it has a 5-axis, the sensor moves. I can try to see if it'll show up. Yeah, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but if I jiggle the camera, the sensor, you should see it moves in there a little bit, back and forth. Hopefully you can sort of see that. And it's 5-axis stabilization. It's not the best stabilization in the world, but it moves. This one does not move at all. It has no stabilization inside. No matter what I do, that sensor stays completely still. There's no motion in it. Close that back up. Other than that, this one just has a lot more programmable stuff. If you look at these dials on the top, you see the numbers 1 and 2 on this dial, nothing on here. You have two fully from memory modes that you can set here. You also have C1 and C2. These are customizable buttons that you can set to any feature you want. There's only a C1 up front on this one. And on the back of the camera, you have on the 6400 C2 right here, and that's it. All right. I have C4 and C3. So I have 4 customizable buttons back here. Total. 2 on top, 2 in the back. These are really nice when you want to do certain things. Like if you want to switch your autofocus modes, maybe switch to eye focus, to tracking. You can switch your zoom. You can even have a zoom go from here. So you could press a button and make the lenses zoom if they have zoom. It's very nice. Nice way to, get things done. So other than that, they're very similar. You got your pull-out screen is exactly the same. Goes up, same way. Similar body, but this one is a slight bit thicker. So body-wise, that's kind of, it's more customizable and it has stabilization. And that's great. The other difference with this one, we open the 2 sides here and you look inside on this, you have a charge cable, okay, which is your their micro USB. Then you have micro HDMI. This camera has a microphone port. So right now, the microphone that I'm using is plugged into here, the wireless receiver on this A6400. And then I have, well, that's actually the transmitter. And I have the other part on my neck. This one has the same thing, except it also has a headphone jack, which is great if you're outside and you need to hit audio right. Let's say you're shooting a wedding, you're doing things like that. You want to make sure that the audio sounds good. You can just plug headphones right in here, listen to it, and you can make sure that everything is going to be good by hearing it yourself in real time. So that's another nice thing about this one. So there's little certain things that are better about it. I think that's mainly it. Oh, the other thing is both these cameras have eye tracking autofocus, right? But when I'm doing 4K video on the A6400, it reverts to face tracking. I showed you guys the face tracking. It's damn good. But eye tracking is even better. It will actually always focus on a person's eyes if you tell it to, which means you're always going to get their whole face really sharp. It's great. But the 6600 keeps the eye autofocus in 4K recording. So that's also nice. Like 4K, even outputting to output recording, it keeps it as well. So that's nice. This one does not. So those are the primary differences, really. This is a much better camera to take around. I will use this in the studio. I will probably replace this iPhone camera that I'm using right now and put the 6600 right here and have it looking down on things because it'll give an even better, um, you know, presentation than the iPhone can. But it will not be my main studio camera. I will use this camera to go out to do all kinds of shoots with. If I'm vlogging outside on another channel or even on this channel possibly from time to time, I will use the 6600 along with I need to get a new GoPro Hero 8. That one has even, and let me tell you guys something. If you look up these cameras on YouTube, you'll see even the image stabilization for photography is great with this camera. But the image stabilization on video is not that great. I have seen the 6600 included with a optical steady shot lens, okay, because Sony makes OSS lenses, so you can have some stabilization in the lens and some in the body, and you can still see it move when you're walking, and it moves more than a GoPro does, which kind of boggles my mind. Obviously, the picture quality is so much better in the video coming out of this than the GoPro, but the stabilization is still better in the GoPro. The GoPro is amazing. It does a great job. So that was kind of my rationale behind this. I can use the same microphones, same lenses. So I looked at it as I'm really just paying for this extra body. And, when I go on vacation with my family, if I'm going to events with the family, I'll be using this to take my photos and videos with because the quality is just very, very, very good. And I'll have a couple of different lenses for it. I also, B&H Photo had a sale. $160 was taken off of a 12 millimeter lens. That was up there today. It's a manual focus only. So but 12 millimeters is extremely wide. I would use that in the studio, like the same way when I talk to you guys, like this, right? So like this is a 16 millimeter lens. So seeming like 12 to 4 doesn't seem like all that much, right? But when you think about it, like 16 down to 12 is only 4 millimeters. But in the grand scheme of the whole thing, that is a total actually of 25% difference. I will get way more in the frame here. So it'll come out wider, it'll be a little taller, a little low. It's going to be easier for me to position. The only difference is that lens is going to be the one that I just ordered off B&H today is going to be manual focus only. So I'm probably going to have to fit it into infinity mode, which means that everything behind me will not be blurry like this. It'll be tack sharp, almost like how the webcam used to be, but just with way better quality. Like I could do it in 4K, but like you'll be able to read that 1209 perfectly, everything else perfectly. So you guys can see where those cameras are now. I'm doing the unboxings literally right here. Like this is where I'm doing it. So I'm going to go back to that because I still got one more thing to do, and that's probably the thing you guys are going to care about most. But we'll go back real quick. And oh, I was explaining the lenses too, right? So that lens is, it was like, it just popped up on my screen. It's so crazy. I was on YouTube watching videos at work today. Let me go back to myself for this because this is creepy, right? But it is what it is today. I'm on YouTube and I've been checking out cameras for days and days and weeks, like trying to say, okay, I'm trying to get the studio back up. I'm gonna get this PC going. This is my PC messed up and wouldn't work. I'll get this new PC, get some really nice cameras, get everything going, well and put together. And then basically I go on YouTube today and I wasn't even looking at cameras on YouTube. I was just browsing, right? I clicked on one video and I think it was for the Samsung Ultra, the 20 Samsung Galaxy 20 or whatever it is. Yeah, 20 Ultra or whatever, G Ultra. I forgot what it's called. But it looks like a crazy good phone. I might end up getting that phone. But I got to sell some of my phones because I got too many phones right now that I can't even use. So that phone has a crazy camera stack. So I'm big in pictures and video, like especially out with family, friends, capturing moments. So I always want the best camera I can get on a phone and a good camera to take around with me. So that's why I ended up with the 6600. But anyway, this lens, right? It should be, I'm only going to really use it in the studio. But I mean, I like the bokeh effect is what that called. Like, well, I get bokeh, I think it's bokeh is what they call that. where everything blurs in the background and then you stay in focus. I'll lose that with the other lens, but it'll be wider and, easier for me to frame myself. You'll see more of me and more of the room with the other one. So I'm interested to see how that works out. That might even be a lens that I stick on the 6600 up here because I might need a wider field of view to catch everything on the desk. So it's possible. There's all kinds of possibilities for it, but it was $160 off in silver. They had the lens in silver and black. So in silver, it was like $200 or something, a little over $200 because it was 160 off. It's normally like 360, and it was still it was 320. You save like $40 if it was black. I'm like, I don't care what color the lens is. It's the same damn lens. So anyway, I ordered it. I mean, I can always return it if I don't like it, but I figured let me order it, put it on the camera. I'll go live with you guys so you guys could see it, and I have 15 days to return it if I don't like it. So if it serves a purpose and it makes sense, I'll keep it. If not, then I will send it back. And I also ordered the kit lens off Amazon, which if you guys do get, the 6600 doesn't come with that kit lens, only the 6400 does. It's optical steady shot, so it has stabilization in the lens, and it's a 16 to 50 or 16 to 54 millimeter. So it's nice. It starts at this level that I'm at right here. This is 16 millimeters now, and it could zoom in up to either 50 or 54. I can't remember. It's one of those two. It's not a great lens. It's very small, doesn't have a lot of glass. For photos, it's a little soft from everything I saw in reviews, but on video quality, it's very good. This lens I'm on now is super sharp. It's one of the best, by far, it's the best 16 millimeter lens, hands down, the one I'm using right now. But it doesn't change. It's a prime lens. It stays at 16 millimeters, and that's it. So anyway, enough about the cameras. Just figured I'd share what's going on. So I'm waiting on that to come. I have some more things coming too. Now, the funny thing is, right, I'll show you guys this on the main camera. So this 6400 with its small, this is the one with the small battery. They make a dummy battery, which is basically a battery that has a power cord coming out of it that you plug in there. It's the same battery. Sony makes it. If you ever do this, guys, don't buy the cheap ones. You can wreck your camera. It's $100. You can buy ones for $20 online, but I wouldn't risk it when you spent this much for the camera. If the voltage isn't right, something happens, you screw yourself. So basically, it's a battery, comes out, goes into a little power supply that Sony makes. You plug it into the wall, constant power. So that's what I have running on this camera right now. Same camera as this one, which is right up there that you're watching me on. Now, Sony is slick. This camera, with its way bigger battery, they don't make one. So I was like, what can I do? Right? Like, if I want to run this for hours, what do I do? Luckily, I mean, I know it has the USB, and I know that it can power off USB, and the battery is twice as long as the other one, so I probably won't need something too much. But I found this thing, it's a Sony branded charger, and it charges those batteries. It holds 4 of them. It's like a little brick. And you put 4 of them in, and it plugs into the wall the same way as the dummy battery, and then on the end of it, there's a dummy battery. This is the only way you can get an official Sony dummy battery for that camera, is to buy this crazy charger. But it doesn't charge from the wall. What it does is, when you're not using the camera, it charges the batteries. One at a time, by the way. It starts with like the lowest powered one and then charges it, and then it goes up to the next lowest powered, until they're all charged. And so you put 4 batteries on there. Mind you, the batteries are like $70 a piece, but this thing comes with 2 batteries. The camera came with one, and then I bought one more so that I have 4, and I can fill the whole thing up, right? So it charges those, plug it in with the dummy battery, and then it'll keep running until all 4 run out. If I'm ever live for longer than that, and using that camera for that long, something's wrong. That means I'm like, I don't know what happened to me. Because that would be, you're talking about probably 12 hours before those batteries would run out. So I think we're covered there. We should be all right. But it was annoying because I had to buy this thing that costs way more. Like, they charge $100 just for the dummy battery for the 6400 to get this thing with 2 batteries. And that whole charger piece was like $300 and something with the 2 batteries included. I was like, the normal price is $400. It was on sale like I think it was $330 or $340. And I was just like, wow, that's ridiculous. But I'm like, it comes with 2 batteries, which cost $140 if I was to buy them anyway. And then I still get the dummy battery, plus I can charge 4 batteries together without having to worry about it. And it's not that big. Like, they call it a brick because it's big compared to like a regular charger, but it's pretty small. You could throw it in a bag. And I'm like, you know what? If I ever wanted to run out, let's say I had to go on vacation or something, I would like to have this little compact package that can hold 4 batteries. You know, if I get lucky enough one day to go to Hawaii or Italy where I really want to go, then I would love to be able to just have that one little thing, boom, throw it in. So I was like, I'll get it. Like I said, my credit cards are going, stop. But, you know, hopefully, oh, McMahon said cost. Cost for what? For the 6600? The or for the four battery charger? What were you asking for? Sorry, I get this delay. I don't know why it shouldn't be delayed by that much because I am only doing 1440p right now, but it's probably like 20 seconds or so. The 6600, I believe, let me look it up real fast so I can answer the question entirely. Um, yeah, it's $1,200 for the body of the 6600, and the 6400 is $800. No, sorry, that's the 6500. Where is the body only? Um, body only. Yeah, it's $800 for the body only. So you're paying $400 more for that 6600. Oh, he left. Okay, well, Ryan asks, how's a new computer? I've heard nothing but good things about the ASRock Taichi motherboards. There's a funky thing that day where I showed it, where I did the video with that the power cable doesn't let you put a long graphics card in the first GPU slot, which is weird. But other than that, it's been fine. And I don't like the RAM XMP profile overclocking on it. It's not very intuitive. Like it doesn't work with a lot of different RAMs, so you got to be careful with that. But other than that, it's great. It's got good. I got a Ryzen Gen 3 processor in there, so you can't really overclock much. The RAM can't really overclock that much either. But it does have great VRMs for overclocking. Why I don't know. VRMs on having great VRMs on uh, Ryzen motherboards seems kind of pointless since you can't really do too much overclocking. But I got no real complaints over it with it at all. It's nice. If I had my choice of any motherboard, I'd get the MSI Godlike or the Aorus Extreme, but they're ridiculously expensive. But when I build my monster machine, it's gonna have one of those two in it for sure. But that's gonna, I'm just gonna save up and save up and save up. And now that I have this stuff and everything is running, I feel like, I'll be able to start the other channels and hopefully start making back some of these credit card bills that I've rung up here, doing what I'm doing now. But it's good. I got no real complaints over it. I switched the fans to Noctua fans, switched to 64 gigs of HyperX RAM, DDR4 3600, and I installed the Zotac software, Firestorm, so that I could make the graphics card fans run a little higher all the time because they literally turn off completely, and which I think is pretty stupid. You can run them at a low speed all the time, and it doesn't really make any noise. I don't know why they do that, but they do. Other than that, it's all good. So let me get back to these unboxings, and we'll switch back over here. All right, so we're gonna hit that zoom, and we'll be back. So I'm gonna put these cameras away real fast, and we'll get into the good one, the creme de la creme. Which box is this? This is the 6400. I'm assuming that these two things are the same size. Yeah, they are. So it doesn't really matter. Here's the 66. Put this back in here for now. And 66 goes in this box over here. I'll have to watch that back later. Any of you guys are paying attention to see, could you guys see the sensor moving when I was showing that to you before? I hope you could, because I could see it moving, but I don't know how good the iPhone camera picked it up. Just to kind of show you what the stabilization looks like. Let me know anybody that was watching that before if you could actually see it. Let me make sure I got this right. Yeah, this is 6400. So everything is away from those. Thanks, Drew. I appreciate that too. I see what you wrote there. Put these cameras right here for now. And bam. What do we got here? Shield Pro 2019. Do the unboxing. Wakata. Cut her open, baby. Just 2 tabs on the side. I won't need this anymore. Now, there's a few interesting things about this Shield Pro, actually, that you guys should see if you haven't checked out the 2019 one yet. All right, I'm going to put the box on the side. Packaging comes very nice, clean, neat, looks good. Let me make sure I'm not blocking too much light here. So you get your remote, which is clearly very different than the 2017 remote. I'm sure most of you guys have seen this by now, whether you have a Shield or you don't. It's definitely a different shape, but it holds well in the hand, and it is way, way, way better than the old remote. All right. So with this remote, you got a dedicated Netflix button. You got volume buttons, which you can control your TV volume or your soundbar volume. You got your play, pause, and you have your fast forward and rewind. And then you have back, home, mic button, and this really works well. Your mic is right here. This works way better than the 2017 remote or the 2015 remote. As far as you can buy these too if you have a 2015 or 2017. Nvidia sells them. I would highly recommend you get this remote if you're dissatisfied with your Shield remote. No question about it. One remote can control your TV, your soundbar, your Shield. You got to use a little HDMI CEC control in there to get it all done, but it will control all of it. And this button can be programmed to whatever you'd like to program it to as well. So you got this button right here, can be reprogrammed. So it's pretty cool. And of course, you got your D-pad and your regular button. And this remote takes, let me get her to open. I don't remember which way it goes. It's down. 2 AAA batteries. So that is much better than having to deal with watch batteries and fine and funky batteries. And it comes with Duracells inside. So you can't complain about that. Duracell's a good battery. And it just slides off and slides back on the top. Nice satisfying click sound. And you're good to go. Then you have the Shield itself, which looks completely the same pretty much as a 2017 Shield. This gloss part was a fingerprint magnet for sure and a dust magnet. The rest of it, not so much. It's matte, it's not bad. Your bottom, vents on the side, vent on the bottom, vent on the back, that's it. Nothing on the sides. Back of it, 2 USB 3.0 ports, HDMI, Ethernet, power cable. That is it. Pretty simple, straightforward. Comes with 16 gigs of storage and 3 gigs of RAM, just like the 2017 version. Oh no, it's 4 gigs of RAM now, right? I think it's 4 gigs. I can't remember. Let me look at the box. The Tegra X1 Plus processor. No, 3 gigs still. 16 gigs of storage, 3 gigs of RAM. Guys, if you're going to if you want more storage than 16 gigs and you're using this as a device for video games and stuff like that, where you're going to download large games, Samsung T5 SSD. This is a 512 gigabyte, a 500 gigabyte version, but they make 256. You plug this into your USB 3.0 port, format it as internal storage, and it flies. It's very fast. There's no slowdown with this thing. And they just released a T7, so hopefully the T5 will end up on sale. So keep an eye out for that if you've been waiting to pull the trigger, because I know a lot of you guys know I've been recommending the Samsung T5 drives. You may be able to get a deal with this now that the T7s are out or coming out. All right, so that's your basic device. Underneath here, power cable. Same exact power cable, actually. This is the US power cable. I'm sure if you're in another country, it's different. You do have a push here, so I'm assuming you can, slide it out. So if you were in another country, you would obviously have a different version of this, and you should be able to slide it out as well. So that's it. It's a proprietary charger, which I don't like, but they've always had that. It's their own thing. Old Shields are the same way. Got your usual stuff that you'll never read. And interestingly enough, that is it. For $200, that is what you get. You guys do know what you need to watch on a Shield, right? Well, you need an HDMI cable. So if you're buying a new Shield, make sure you buy an HDMI cable, because there is none in the box, which I think is super cheap, Nvidia. And since I asked you to sponsor me a long time ago, and I've sold more Shields than anybody on YouTube for you, I'm calling you out on it, because you never answered me. So put a damn HDMI cable in the box, Nvidia. Very, very, very cheap of you. But that's it. That's the whole thing. Very simple, straightforward. Plug it into the wall, plug it into your TV. You got some storage. Plug that in right here in your ports. Fire her up. You're ready to go. Ethernet is always better than Wi-Fi if you can get it to your location. If not, got to use Wi-Fi. Now, this Shield right here is brand new, and I will be doing a full setup video with this exact Shield right here in the coming days. I might even do it tomorrow night. It's a little late to do it tonight, I think. I'll do it live, and I'll do it in 2 parts. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to really take questions while I'm doing it. I'm going to set up, if you guys were live for my last one, I did it in 2 parts. I did the regular basic setup so that people could just wanted to set their Shield up and didn't care about all the, streaming stuff that we like here at Supreme Bills. Just wanted to set it up regularly. Wow, why is this such a pain to put away? Did this really go over here? No, it didn't, right? That's not how it was. No, it says empty right inside the box. It's got to be this way. Yep. Why is this so hard to get down? I guess I really didn't pay enough attention to that. Or am I stupid and it goes... No. Definitely that way. Well, all right. It's literally the only way it can go, right? Can't go this way. So yeah, I'll do that live. Oh, and this went this way. I remember this was forward. It's worse every time I try to put it down. Whatever. It's here. It's going away. Shield. That's your winning combo right there. Samsung T5 Shield Pro 2019. Put that to the side. All the unboxing I have for today. Now, come back over here and zoom back in. What's up, guys? So, what do we got here? I'm going to pop some questions up here that I see on the... Oh, Potelu's in here. What's up, Potelu? You said, yeah, buddy, 27 minutes ago. Hope you're still in here, my man. I wasn't at the computer, so I couldn't see the camera or the screens popping up. So, send that one over. Drew says, good to see you back. Hopefully everything goes well. I appreciate that, Drew. Thank you very much. I sure hope it does too. And hold on a second. Ryan says, nice. I like the new remote. Hate that Netflix button. I'm with you. The Netflix button gets pressed like in the bed all the time by accident in my bedroom. So I'm with you on that. I kind of wish that you could reprogram the Netflix button to do something else. I'd probably make it do nothing. But it is what it is. The remote overall is still way better than the previous remote, so I can't complain too much. Drew says, anyone else have trouble losing Wi-Fi connection on the Shields? Only way I can use my two without consistently restarting them was to wire them. I don't. Mine are okay. It could be something to do with your particular Wi-Fi and their chip, maybe. Like what router are you using, and how much speed do you got? The one thing I do know is that if they go to sleep and they wake up, they have a 24-hour. A lot of times it's in your router settings. The DHCP will reserve for 24 hours and then release. So if the Shield is asleep and it passes that 24 hours and you wake it up, the Shield thinks it has one IP address and the router assigns it another, and it doesn't work. That's definitely happened to some people. So it could be that. That might be what it is, Drew. I would look at your router settings and see if you can change your DHCP lease time to like never expire and see if that fixes the problem. That's the one thing I could recommend as a possible solution. RR says there is no mute button. Yeah, there's not a mute button on the Shield remote itself, but you can just press volume down. It's fine by me. There was no mute button on the old Shield, was there? On the old remote? How loud is your volume? You know, like I usually have mine on like 3 or 4 or 5, but you just hold volume down. It goes down real fast. And then it, like my setup, I have a sound bar from Vizio in my living room. And when you press down to the point where there's no more volume, it just starts flashing because it's muted. And I just press up and I'm good to go. And same thing in my bedroom TV. I don't have a sound system in there. I just have the TV speakers. Just press down to 0. So it doesn't really bother me too much. It's fine. Wesley says Supreme Build's menu is down. You mean the wizard? The wizard is the server is actually up, but the server requires you to have a HTTPS connection, and my certificate on the server for HTTPS has expired. Normally I can go in and reset that, except my cPanel for the server, which is what I need to log into in order to do that, somehow is giving me an error. So I had to send that over to the host. The host has to fix it, because if I can't get into the cPanel, I can't fix it, so they got to fix it. They've been terrible. I think I re-upped with them maybe in July or August for a year, and ever since the re-up, the server, the wizard server has gone down quite a bit, multiple times. So I'm not re-upping with them again. It's gonna, when it's over, that's it, because they're so slow to respond to what I have going on. It drives me crazy. And they used to be so much better about it, but it is what it is at this point. Once that's done, before that runs out, there should be a new version of the wizard that doesn't require a repo. And you're still going to need, the wizard requires HTTPS no matter what. That's a wizard function. So it's going to need something else. I'm going to have to get hosting somewhere else or something like that. I'm just not going to be using the same thing, but I'm going to make sure, because right now I have the repo on the same server, so the repo loses HTTPS, becomes a pain. I'm going to make a wizard that doesn't require repo. Me and Juggernaut might actually make it together. I was talking to him about that. Maybe we'll do it on YouTube, create it together. So we'll see. For me, it doesn't matter so much. You guys are still using the builds. I haven't used the build in 2 years. Ever since I handed over Titanium to Juggernaut to keep updating it, my builds are my Gaia build. I use Gaia and Seren. Done. That's it. To me, every build I've tried builds, I've installed them to look at them from different people, not just ours, and they look great. People still do a fantastic job with builds. It's not their fault. It's the add-ons. The developers come and go, add-ons, up and down, all kinds of stuff all the time. And I feel like you'll spend more time futzing around with stuff than you'll do actually enjoying watching TV. So to me, it's not worth it. I'd rather just put my Gaia on, put my Seren on, make my own little build where I know everything works, and just use that along with some APKs. And that's why I've been showing you guys how to make Gaia builds for the past like year and a half at least, trying to show you guys how to do it too. And you can follow my Gaia videos, and if you like a different add-on instead, let's say you like whatever, I don't know, whatever's good now, I don't even know. If you like it, or you like whatever the new Exodus is, because I think Redux stopped development, right? So, um, whatchamacallit, you can substitute Gaia from what I show you in the video with any add-on you want. And I'll show you guys that too, because once this shield is set up, that's my studio shield. And the first thing I'm going to do when I do the setup video is I'll create a Gaia build. I'll do all that stuff. And we'll, get it going from there. So, but yeah, to answer your question, it's down, and I have no idea when it's going to be back up because the host sucks and is not paying, not that they're not paying attention, they're not answering me or giving me a time frame. They just will get it done when they get it done. There was one time I was down for like 15 days. It would drive me crazy. But I don't even get mad anymore because, like I said, for me, I get mad for you guys because you guys still use it. I don't use that wizard. I don't, and it's not because I don't like it. It's because I don't use builds, so I don't need the wizard. Let's see, but I keep on top of them as much as I can. So here we go. Super duper Mark says, "Why did you buy the new version?" Well, we have a Telegram group on Supreme for Supreme builds, and I asked because I had a 2017 version in the studio. I asked everybody if they feel like I should um, just reset up the 2017 version or show the differences in the 2019 version. And the overwhelming majority of the poll, I think it was like 72 or 74%, somewhere in that range, said they want to see me do the 2019 version. It's been out for a while. Other people have already done it. I have one in my living room, but my computer wasn't working when I got it, so I couldn't really do it on YouTube. So now that I have it, I'll do it on YouTube for everybody and show everyone the differences. The main thing, not even the processor so much, the real main difference is the remote, which is awesome, which now you can buy for older versions. So that's kind of a moot point, I suppose. But the AI upscaling is definitely really cool. If you look up a video from ETA Prime, his YouTube channel, he has a great video on the upscaling, and he actually shows it on YouTube, what the AI upscaling does compared to the conventional upscaling. And that's really a cool feature. So I will focus on that when I do the setup video this week for the Shield. TJ asked, "How's the new computer running?" It's running good. I hope. As long as I look good to you guys, then it's working out. I upgraded the RAM. I answered this for Brian earlier, but I upgraded the RAM. I upgraded the fans. I put some Noctua fans in there. Went up to 64 gigs of DDR 3600 RAM. And I tweaked the fan curves. I also installed Firestorm for the Zotac. I have a what do you call it? A 2080 Super Zotac gaming card, and by default the fans don't even turn on. Like they literally are silent. I mean, I'm cool with quiet, but can you guys even hear my computer? I highly doubt it. It's not far from me at all. I'm touching it now. It's that close. Um, but it runs good. Let me make sure also my audio is set to where I wanted it here. That my Yeah, that stayed. Okay, the noise gate stayed. Everything stayed. That's good. Um, yeah, it's running great. So far, no major problems. My man Mongo. Mongo Wango, what a great Tuesday night surprise. Just saw the notification. Hi, everyone. Mongo, my man, I salute you. Hello to you, sir. Asriel, we're going to get into this one real quick. Asriel says, what's up, Lee? Are you still a part of Stadia founder level? Didn't Google lose a lot of games recently? I am still a part of Stadia founder level, and it wasn't Google that lost the games. It was Nvidia that lost the games. They have their own system, GeForce Now, which they just took out of beta. And as soon as they took it out of beta, a whole mess of companies, Blizzard, Activision, they all pulled their games from GeForce Now. So if you go online, this is the funniest thing out of the whole thing, right? You go online, you look at YouTube. If you search Stadia GeForce Now, you'll see tons of videos where people are saying like, oh, GeForce Now just shit all over Stadia. Stadia is killed, and people hated Stadia before it started. So, and GeForce Now lost all their games like within a couple of days after releasing, like all their big games, anything that set them apart from Stadia. The only real problem I have with Stadia right now is that Stadia does not have a lot of games. But that's kind of to be expected. I didn't expect them to have a ton of games at launch. So I'm not really that upset with it, but it plays great for me. And I'm going to be doing a bunch of Stadia stuff on the gaming channel. So I didn't order it yet, but I'm going to order it today. Another Stadia. It won't be the Founders Edition because they don't sell those anymore, but whatever the new edition is, the reason I have to order that is because if I play Stadia on the browser on Chrome, it only plays in 1080p. So if you're playing on a computer and you use Chrome, it works great. You can just plug your computer in with a USB cable right to your PC and open up a Chrome browser and you can play your games in 1080p, 60 frames per second. Fantastic. But I want to show you guys 4K. The only way to get 4K is through the Chromecast Ultra. And so I need to order another one of those setups because I need to plug it in with Ethernet to make sure it's good. I want to show you guys what it really can do. I feel like the people that shit on Stadia have crappy internet. If you don't have good internet or you have, if you can't plug it in and you're far from your Wi-Fi, you're trying to play it in your bedroom and your router's all the way in your living room and you're on Wi-Fi, you're probably not going to get a good 4K experience doing that. 4K uses a good amount of bandwidth. So you got to be realistic about it. If you're going to do that, expect to play 720p or 1080p, even if you have a 4K TV, if you're far away. I'm sure I could do it without a problem. You see, my router is right there, right next to where it says 1244. That's my Nest router. So, and my computer where I'm going to plug it in is right here. That's super close. But guess what? I'm still going to get better speed plugging it in with an Ethernet cable. Why wouldn't I? All my Ethernet cables and my switch is right in there under that table. I might as well run one right here. I'd be lazy not to. So, for me, that's the big thing where where I'm gonna where I want to show it. I really want to show Stadia. I'm also going to show GeForce Now. I don't think GeForce Now is bad. It's a streaming service from Nvidia, and it plays right on the Shield. So I have the best Shield. I'll plug in a controller. I'll use an Xbox controller or whatever, and I'll play that too on the gaming channel. So I can show you guys the differences and actually compare them side by side. GeForce Now is not giving you free games to keep, which Stadia is. That's one thing. So if you have like people are complaining, oh, you got to pay $10 a month for Stadia. You don't have to. First of all, you'll be able to play for free in 1080p, right? You have to pay $5 a month to play in 1080p on GeForce Now. You have no choice. There is no free. It's $5 a month. Now that's out of beta. Like that's the minimum you could pay, and it's more if you want to play on more things. I forgot how it works, but that's 1080p. They're not giving you 4K streaming. Stadia for $10 a month will give you 4K streaming, or will give you 1080 for free. So I think there's a lot of misconception and a lot of basic. Just people hated on Stadia from the beginning, and it reminds me of when Xbox first came out with the Xbox One, and they wanted to make it a streaming thing where digital games. People hated on it. It wasn't not even streaming. The game is still on your thing, but people freaked out because they wouldn't have their physical disc to trade into GameStop. I'm sorry you're not going to get your $7, but guess what? A console without a disk drive costs less. You save money that way. Who wants to go to GameStop and stand online at midnight for your Call of Duty Modern Warfare when I could buy it a month ahead of time and it already downloaded, and at midnight on the dot, it's unlocked and I could play it? Like there's no people were like freaking out about it. I'm like, why? They were giving you family share where you could create a family with 5 people and you could share your games. So what was the downside to people just freaked? So it kind of reminds me of that with the Stadia thing. A lot of people hating on it. Uh, and that's not to say that it's perfect. I'm not saying it is. Obviously, Xbox is way better than Stadia right now, but it's been out since forever. Stadia is brand new. I think Stadia is definitely going to disrupt the industry. I give it that. It is already to a level of on technical side, like how fast I press a button to how fast it responds on the screen, even though I don't have a machine in front of me and it's all going through the cloud, it's instant for me. And I know I have great internet, and it may not be quite as instant for somebody that doesn't at this point in time, but it's brand new. They're going to continue to get that even better and better and better. So, as something that um, GeForce Now has been in beta for 2 years already, and it's still not as good as Stadia as far as latency for me. So it's not bad, but it's not as good, and it's been in beta for 2 years, and Stadia just came out. So I got no issues as real with Stadia. But to answer your question, they didn't lose the games. It was GeForce Now from Nvidia that lost the games. And I have one Founders Edition. I gave the other one to my stepson as a Christmas gift because I ordered 2 of them. And now I'm gonna order the whatever that other edition is called. I can't remember, but they sell it now. Um, it, just because I need that Chromecast. I don't really need the controller because I have a controller, but I need that Chromecast. I actually have an extra Chromecast, but I'm gonna put that in my bedroom TV, and I'm gonna actually see how it works on Wi-Fi. Check it out, see how it goes. Um, if not, I can always hardwire too. But on the store, they're not selling the damn hardwire thing, right? Let me add this thing. I'll show you guys real quick. Uh, add inputs or should be 3, I think. Yeah. Okay. So if I take this and put this here and we cube zoom, all right. So if you go to store.google.com and you go to gaming, here's your Stadia. It's $130 to get this Premier Edition. That's what it's called. So you get the controller, which is $70 by itself. You get the Chromecast Ultra, which is $70 by itself also. That's $140. You're getting them for $130. But what they don't show you here is that on the power cable for this Chromecast, right? The power cable itself that attaches, not this cable for HDMI, it's the power cable. It has a, let me show you. Under tech specs, I think is where you'll find it. So they don't really show you here, but you'll see here Chromecast Ultra Black and power adapter with integrated cable. So this it has an Ethernet port in the power adapter. Okay, and you can plug an Ethernet cable into the power adapter, and then it sends Ethernet right to the Chromecast through its actual plug, which is pretty awesome. So that's that. And for 130 bucks to be able to play 4K 60 FPS to me is pretty sweet. They may not have every game, but they're giving you a game or 2 every month for free. I can actually go to like try this, right? I think it should work. Oops. Typed that wrong. So here's stadia.com, right? And I'm already signed in just from going here. I'll show you what it looks like. Let me actually remove this real quick just so everybody can see the whole thing here. If you go into, I can go right here. I did not buy this game. It was free for me. Free game. I bought Breakpoint. I bought Grid on sale. Tomb Raider free. Destiny 2 free. I bought Mortal Kombat on sale. This is the newest Tomb Raider, which I believe is this one. I bought on sale. This one was also free. Metro Exodus free. Samurai Showdown free. They gave you all these, and all you have to do to get a game is go to the store, right? And whatever, see, here's deals because I'm a pro member. Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2, $25. It's normally a $50 game, so it's half off. NBA 2K 2020, the Legend Edition, $100, $33. Right? They're having sales on these games. Wolfenstein Youngblood, right? So you can see that any game that you have, see, like this says claimed. Um, I had a couple of these that I purchased. The first one I purchased, like I bought this and then I was refunded for this because they made it free right after I bought it. Claimed, claimed, claimed. These are all just claimed. They're mine forever, all because I pay $10 a month, and they're not bad games at all. So they've been giving 2 games a month for free so far. That's pretty awesome. You know, it's not bad at all. So, and here's all the games that they have. So you can go to see all what they have right now. Let's check it out, right? So Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the Stadia Ultimate Edition, 120. So the fact that it says Stadia means that it has something specific to Stadia. I don't know what it would be. I didn't check it out for this one. Oh, it's a Stadia Season Pass. Maybe that's what it is. So it might not. But I know on this game, right? Which I already have, just to give you guys an idea, I think they show it. They have Final Fantasy, that's 15 for $40. Destiny 2 Upgrade Edition, I don't know what that is. I think this stuff is supposed to be free though. I don't know. I'd have to ask Cell about that because Cell plays Destiny and I don't really play it like that. Um, but where is it? Here, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, right? So in this, let me see if you can see it in this. When you're playing co-op on Stadia, I don't know if they actually have a screen. I don't think they have a screenshot of it, but um, I got this. Like, see, the gold edition right now is $100. The ultimate edition is even better than the gold. I bought this, but it was like at the time when I bought it, it was like $70 on sale, and ultimate edition costs more regularly than this gold edition for 99. Um, the only thing I don't have is coins, but I don't really care. But in this game, right, when you're playing, you can play co-op with people. So let's say it's for you and 3 other people playing co-op. You can actually see your Stadia friends in boxes up here like this, okay? Whoever you're playing with in co-op. And you can see where they're at, and they can see you in a box. And that's only on Stadia. And that's because of the servers they have and the way that they can leverage the cloud and that you can't do on other systems. And that's just the beginning. There's going to be so much more of that kind of stuff. So I think it's pretty cool. There's a lot of what do you call it? There's a lot of a lot of potential there. And aside from that, you have like a friends list, right? So it's just like, you can start a party, all that kind of stuff. So if you guys do get Stadia and you want to add me, my gamer tag is iGameSupreme, all one word. And if you want to add Cell, who's on here, Cell X23, he makes the Cell builds. So he's always with us. And some of these other guys, Potelu, who might be in here, he was the one that was on my Wilder show. He's got the same name on there. Feel free to add him on Stadia. Um, that's really, I don't know, this controllers. Wireless support is coming soon. So as of right now, you still have to plug the controller in to a USB port in your PC. Not a big deal, but they are making it so that wireless support will work soon on everything in the near future. And other than that, you just get this. I forgot where it's at. I think I have to go here, and then I don't know, somewhere around here, you get, it's not popping up, but you get buddy passes and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I own all these games now. They're mine. And when you buy a game, you literally just go in the store, click it, right? I mean, I don't know if there's anything I want to actually get right now. Probably not at this point, but you would just click the game, right? So if I go, I don't know, let's just do this real quick. I'm not going to actually buy it. But if I click this and hit buy, you see offer ends March 4th, 2020, and that's 66% off. It's, that's a good sale if you care for that, that game. You would click this and hit buy, and all you would do is go home, and it's already right here because you're not installing it physically. That's how fast you can get it, and you would just click it and play it. You go like this, and you would click play, and you're playing your game. That's it. Super fast, super convenient. They just need to get some more games. And eventually this is going to tie into YouTube and all kinds of stuff, so it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to it. As real, I hope I gave you a bit of education there on that. Let's switch back over here real quick. What else? Kevin Morris asks me, is that a Michael Jordan headshot in the back behind you? I've showed this before, but I will grab it again. Sorry, I got boxes all over the place because I was unboxing all this stuff. It is not Michael Jordan. It is Jerry Rice, and he signed it and autographed it to me. And the whole, maybe with this camera you guys can see it better. The whole thing is made up of a bunch of small Jerry Rice pictures, and they all make this when you take it far away. I just ran into him on the street, and it was cool. When I was a kid, Jerry Rice was my favorite wide receiver. Montana to Rice was my favorite connection. Walter Payton was always my favorite running back as a kid, but Montana to Rice was great. I was a big 49ers fan because of those guys when I was a kid. So I was very happy to get that. It was just totally circumstance. Walking down the street in New York City, and Jerry Rice actually stopped me as I was walking. I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't realize he was there. Stopped me and asked me if I wanted an autograph poster. I said yeah. Spoke to him for a couple minutes and went to work. So I'm looking to get a frame for this. Better than this thing that it's in right now. But it works. It works for now. That back. Ugh. All right. What else we got here? I just did. I hope you saw that, Wesley. Wasn't it you that? It wasn't you that I answered. I thought it was you that I answered that question to. I'm waiting on the host to get that fixed. I can't really do it myself. So it's a server problem on their end. Hopefully they get it done sometime not too far in the future. And my man Craig D says, listening from Newcastle, Australia. Always try to watch you whenever you're on. Much love from OZ, from Oz. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys are doing well in Australia. Sorry about all them fires that happened over there. That was terrible to see, but I hope you guys are doing okay. Wesley, I answered that already. Russell, what are you asking me here? What doesn't work with other Comcast older units? I'm not sure what. Did I miss something you said earlier? I got you, Kevin. I was trying to say Jerry. He's got it all. I got you. And Mongo asked me, Mongo, this is in 1440p right now. I am using a different camera. Earlier in the video, I unboxed the camera I was using because this one that I'm using now, it looks great, but it seems to overheat in 4K. So I am exchanging it for the one that I just got, but I unboxed it. It's a Sony A6400. So it's not really a webcam anymore. Now it's a mirrorless camera, which right now I'm broadcasting in a 1440p, but it can do 4K. I'm only not doing that because it was overheating. Otherwise, I'd be talking to you guys in 4K right now. So I'm hoping the new one doesn't do that I unboxed a little earlier. But yeah, I'm glad it's coming through clear and looks good. I still got to mess with the picture profiles a little bit, play around with it. But overall, I'm very happy with the image quality coming out of this. It looks way better than my webcam. You want to see what the webcam looks like? I can add it. You can see. Because I used the webcam for years, and until you see them side by side, it's kind of shocking when you look at them side by side. Cameras, let me add this in. And I'll even I'm going to put this webcam in 4K. Right now, this camera is operating in 1080p, and I'm broadcasting it. It's upscaling in through YouTube to 1440p. But this camera is only putting out 1080p right now. I'm going to put the webcam in 4K. You're going to have 4 times the resolution coming out of it than this camera is. And check out what it does. It's not terrible, but you can see a clear difference here. Watch. Ready? That's the webcam in 4K. Not bad. For a webcam, it's good. It's a 4K webcam. It's about as good as you can expect from a webcam, though. But the quality difference is definitely tremendous on this. I mean, and not to mention like focus things are crazy on this thing. Like, let me take this Samsung Drive, right? So if I go like this, boom, 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 and that's on not even on the fastest level. I have it on regular speed level to switch, right? If I try to do that on the webcam, watch what happens. It's already in focus, right? Take it back. Look how long it takes to get my face. I don't exist. Hello. Come on. Come on, webcam. Hello, I'm here. Boom, finally. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. Like it'll be fine for this to go up here. But look at the grain. If you can see all that grain like in the darker areas here in the corner now, like anything that's not really bright. Because normally, like this is great lighting. What I normally do is this. All right. And look at how it handles this. It's kind of crazy. Now it looks pretty bad, right? You see all the grain in the back? But watch this. What looks better? This looks way better, right? And if I were to turn on my lights, this is the other crazy thing about it. It's just how these things handle things. Let me just turn on my red lights. I got my ceiling lights in red. So just so you get an idea, I'm gonna show you what happens on this. I'm gonna go back to the webcam. I'm gonna turn on my ceiling lights. Also, the motion is very blurry. See that motion? Look at my hand. And then watch this. Totally different. You know what I mean? Like it's on point. Let's go back here. And I'm gonna turn on my lights and watch what happens here. Oh, I'm not connected to my Wi-Fi, so I can't see my lights. Gotta let the Wi-Fi kick in. Here we go. All right. That's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. Like it it's handling it better than I thought it would. But check this out. Oh no, it's way clearer to me. I mean, I could be up here like, hey guys, how y'all doing? Everything good? I'm good. Now watch this. Hey guys, how y'all doing? Oh, So that's that. This is a new camera. I'm using the Rode Wireless Go microphone. So this is the actual mic, and the receiver is up there. It transmits, the receiver is attached to the camera. So it's wirelessly sending my voice to the camera, and then the camera is sending it into the computer. So it's definitely a way cooler setup this way. I definitely like it much better. And I'm using new software to stream with too, which I got to get set up with all the cool animations. So I'm starting to work on that. But all this stuff is killing me price-wise, but I think it's worth it at the end of the day because this channel will get better, the new channels can get started, and we'll keep it going from there. What else we got here? And I got, are you still representing the gaming chair? Yeah, I still have my Secret Lab affiliate link with them. They don't sponsor me. They don't sponsor anyone really. From what I understand, they made a few sponsors in the beginning, but then eventually they stopped. I'm actually getting a little bit of tearing on my webcam because I can see the webcam on the other, like on my preview screen. Kind of interesting. But yeah, I have, this is the Titan 2019 that I'm sitting in now. And I'm only sitting in this one because I filled up my 2020 Targaryen chair back there, Omega, with a bunch of controllers and stuff when I was cleaning up. So it's behind me. It's the first time I've ever noticed the tearing happening on this. I had the tearing on the laptop, but I just saw it. Weird. I don't know why. I bet you it's because it's in 14 in 4K, probably. And I don't know. Something else might be running on the machine. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna change the settings on it and see what happens. Yes, I do. Gonna make it 1920 by 1080. 60 FPS. Say okay. Now it's back in. Okay. We'll see what happens with that. I changed it to the same resolution as the camera that I'm using now, just putting out. Now it looks real bad. Like the motion is smoother because it's only at 1080, but it looks, oh no, it still did it. I'm gonna have to change the USB port it's on, I guess. But yeah, I still do. I don't know where the link is. I'm gonna close out this webcam. No point in me using it now. It's really annoying that it's flashing on me. But I think this is super cool. Like the fact that I can, I wish I could show you guys exactly how this works, but I can, this is my iPhone and it's actually in 4K. I mean, the light's off, so it's dim, but I did all the unboxings right there with the iPhone. And I could actually, you know what? I could use the webcam to show you how I did it. So maybe there is a use for the webcam after all, so you get a full idea of what I did here. I got other, check this out. You guys want to laugh? This is what I was messing around with the other day. So add input more. Let's go to cameras. We'll take this Brio. I'll make it 1920 by 1080. I'll make it 30 FPS just to do that. All right. And then I'm going to do add input more camera. And I'm going to do C920. Okay. So check this out, right? Here's my Brio. This is my webcam. It faded to black by accident. Sorry. Hold on. All right. So here's my Brio. Let me take this one shot down real quick. This is the Brio. This is in 1080, 30 FPS now, hoping that it behaves itself. And then I also set up my old C920, which I can tell you guys a funny story about. All right. Sorry. I forgot to turn off the audio for that when I input it. But this is the C920, which is my original webcam. It's on top of my PC, like it's just sitting on top of it. And if you guys see my closet door here, that's the screen that I was supposed to use for the projector. So you guys remember a long time ago, I got this Venkyo projector, which is sitting right here. Okay, I'm gonna bring it closer. I think I got this back in like November or October. I plugged my 2017 Shield into it, set up the remote. I want to turn this around. It came with this stand. This is so hard to see because of the fact that, but I finally got around to setting it up. It's supposed to be a 1080p projector. It can do like, I forgot, 120 or 200 inch screen, something like that. But I just wanted to put it here and make a TV over here on the wall for myself. So I hung the screen and wrapped it around my door, or my closet, one of the doors, and I just projected it onto that. The color is okay. You know, this thing costs like 250 bucks. All right. The color is okay, but the focus is meh. I got it with scratches on the lens. When I opened it up, there was scratches on here, and I tried to clean it and do whatever, and nope, it's scratches. I think it's like 260, I think it was. And they sent it to me for free to review it. My you know, the thing messed up. I couldn't really do it. I got busy at work first, and then the computer ended up messing up. Let me switch this to this camera because you can see it a little better here. If I go to this one, all right? It's right here in front. So it's got one speaker. The speaker is decently loud, but I could not get the picture at all to be straight edged. It always was tilted no matter what I did. I tried placing things under it, lifting it. They have a little screw thing in the front that you could push up and down. It didn't matter. It wouldn't work. And it had to be too far away. It was just making a small screen from it. Like when I put it on my, all right, so look, you guys can see my studio like this. So this is how it looks now, right? You can see my camera actually, which I'm using. The main camera is right here. The webcam is right here. This is the 4K webcam. That's my new camera up there. This is a Elgato light, which I can use my phone to turn on, so you guys can sort of see what I normally use here. Let's go to the control center, right, which is right in here. I have two of these lights. I just press the button and they turn on, so they can light me up. The other one is actually right behind the webcam that you're viewing now. The other light over there. It comes in from the side and hits this side of my face. This one hits this side of my face, and it lights me up pretty evenly, and then I end up looking like this with a good camera. So anyway, this thing, Venkyo makes it. I'm going to turn those other lights off real quick. It is I think it's the Venkyo V600. Let me get the shield off of here, because I was setting up this shield to go on the projector. Ooh, good save. I saved the remote with my leg. Hoping that it has yeah, Performance V620, Venkyo V620. All right, I'm gonna put it back up here. I want to go over here real quick and switch to this. And let's go here and look up Venkyo. Yeah, there it is, V620, right? So you can see people have reviews of it. All right. And look, some people sent this to them for free. I guarantee you that these were sent, you know, it might be the best 1080p HD projector under 250. I don't know. If it is, 1080p projectors under 250 just aren't that good. All right. So they sent it out to a bunch of people. I was supposed to do a full-on review of it. And as you can see, they have exactly the same things I have. I don't want to like use somebody's video to, you know, show it all to you. But I mean, I don't know how this person got this. I'm gonna open this up for a second just so I could see. Fair use anyway. It's muted. So yeah, it's got the remote, it's got all that. Now, let's see. Maybe I got a bad one, but why are you not playing? Oh, it is playing. It's just I want to see the like his room is totally dark. And that actually doesn't look so bad, at least on here. But I mean, you should like how was I supposed to do this anyway? You're not supposed to show that stuff, you know what I mean? Um that was another problem I was having. I'm like, what am I gonna show on here? So I don't know, good job that he did, but I don't know if he's saying it's really good or it's not. Let's see. A lot of features, including a very attractive price point. If you're interested, check out the links below. So, yeah, these are the three things they sent me too. So I guarantee you they sent him this for free. And, you know, if we look at it on Amazon, it's $250. But I, I don't know. I did not find it to be very good. I was messing around with it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's really not bad. But it's not good, if that makes any sense, right? So it's definitely not good, and I'd rather not review it than review something poorly. Is that how would I look? Because I wish I could show you this. I don't know if I can. Let me try to show you this. But when I finally got this thing open, I'm gonna unplug it all. Put the shield down on the side here. I want to, because I have this good camera up here, I'm gonna try to show you this on this camera. If I can get this to focus here. And y'all can see that, right? On the lens. I can see it. I hope y'all can see it. There's like big scratches on it, right on the lens. And first time I opened it up, that's how it was. I don't know if that causes, a serious issue with the quality of it, of the picture, but I didn't think the picture looked horrible. It's just I couldn't make it straight no matter what I did with this thing. Like it refused to be straight. And also the fans are really loud. Um, but if you put the volume all the way up on the speaker, it's not so bad. I'm gonna use it for right now up against here, just because I don't have a TV in here. Um, and I'll plug my 2017 Shield in. But I am anxiously awaiting something way better to show you guys that it's not as cheap, but it's way better. That I pre-ordered a while ago and it's held up right now. Um, but it's should be coming soon. It got held up because of the manufacturing process with the coronavirus. They were making them in apparently wherever the factory is, it's like right where the coronavirus came from, and they had everything was shut down until like February 24th. So they just reopened the factory. Um, Kind of crazy, but I don't even know how many people are in here right now. How many we got in here? 49. Okay, so um, let me show you all that real quick. So what I did was I ordered this. It was an Indiegogo project from Philips, and you guys know Philips is a good company, but they make this PicoPix Max. All right, this is fully wireless, full 1080p projector, and it's small. You can see the keys next to it. All right, it's a very small projector, but it gives you 1080p up to 120-inch screen. It actually has a brightness rating that's higher than this Venkyo one. And look how small it is. Like, it's kind of crazy. Very small. It runs on a battery, okay? And I mean, this is just somebody throwing it up against the car outside, whatever the case may be. But so look, native full HD, cast up to 120 inches, has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 5, USB-C for video and power, HDMI, micro SD card, 3 hours of battery life, so it can run without even being plugged in for 3 hours, 16 gigs of space, built-in speakers, supports Netflix, YouTube, Firefox, TED, and 4,000 plus Android apps. That's right, it has Android on it. So I can install my IPTV apps, I can install my Gaia, I can install everything I want right on this thing. I don't even have to plug anything into it. I can just put it all right on here. All right. And look, it'll take a 4K input. So you can set the Shield to 4K if you wanted to, and it will just downscale it to 1080p. So if you did plug a Shield into it or something like that. And it's so small, it's pocket friendly. Now look, that's for two. It's $565. I paid a little bit less because I got it a little earlier. There's only 8 left of this right now. This is on Indiegogo. I don't know if anybody is looking for a projector, but it's $565. And to me, having Android and having everything on here, and you can see they raised over $7 million from 14,136 backers. And I trust Philips as a company way more than I trust whatever this is, Vankyo. So it can do 16:9, 4:3, has a built-in trackpad right on the top of it. It's crazy. Like, as custom Android OS, fast autofocus. The other cool things, there was so much stuff about this, right? That I like too. They were showing you 850 ANSI color lumens, right? So designed to go anywhere. You could see now that's in a woman's hand, how small it is. You don't need the remote because the whole thing is right here. It still has a remote, okay, but you don't need one. It's all touch display right on top. That shit is so hot. And then here's your like home screen. It looks kind of like a Shield, I was like, oh, I'm in. It comes with ExpressVPN app too, like preloaded on it. I don't know why they would like. I think they give you like a certain amount of free time with it for some reason. So, and you see how the amount of keystone is crazy. You see with this angle, they're literally telling you can do this. That's a crazy keystone, and it's auto keystone. It has auto keystone automatically. Like that's just dope. Instant autofocus too. So you don't have to mess around with right now, like you got all these dials like on these things. Like this is your keystone correction. And look at this. Like this drove me nuts. It's all plastic, which is fine, whatever. It is what it is. Do you see how hard I am trying to adjust the focus? It does not want to go anywhere. I gotta really press it. So I'm pulling it all the way in. And this is your keystone. And look at all you get. That's it. It doesn't do much of anything, this keystone correction. It's pretty bad. Very limited. So, I mean, it's not heavy. It's not like it's some kind of, you know, it's it's what you would expect if you paid $250 for something in 1080p, I guess. But this one, man, this PicoPix Max, I'm waiting to get mine because I got in a little late on it. But it's pretty cool, man. Like, I think it's a really dope idea. And you can just put it on a little tripod right next to you. It's so small and just bam, off to the side. It'll throw sideways. Amazing to me. Like for a corner correction, so you can adjust. Like this projector doesn't have any of that. So yes, I know this costs more, but and this one will go bigger. But what difference does it make if the Vankyo is bigger? I think because the Vankyo will do 200 inches, I think, or 180. But what difference does it make if it doesn't look that good? And look, USB-C ports deliver fast data, audio, video, and quick charging. Extend the built-in sound through Bluetooth speakers, so you can connect a Bluetooth speaker to this thing because it has Bluetooth. There's no Bluetooth in this $250 box, this big box. You got all this stuff right here. Look, you got a headphone jack, Bluetooth 5, HDMI, USB-C, so you can project your iPhone, iPad, all that stuff through there. It's crazy what you could do with this. Flash drives, hard drives, anything you want. And it says completely Apple ready for people that love Apple. So It has Android as an operating system, but connect any and all your favorite Apple devices via USB-C or Wi-Fi screen mirroring. And you see it's telling you you can put it anywhere you want. So see, this is kind of what I had an idea of doing is like, I want to have this on the wall, maybe above me, because it doesn't have to be close. Like I can put it somewhere and maybe let it just be on the wall above my monitors or something like that. Or I can project it right where I have the other one projecting on the side there. I don't care where it goes, as long as I find some place to do it. And it has stereo speakers. You got two speakers in it. I doubt they'll sound that great, but at least it comes with two. And their LED bulbs are rated to last 30,000 hours. That's over 40 years of usage if you watched one movie per day. We'll watch more than one movie per day, but 30,000 hours is pretty good. So I thought it was pretty cool. And it has HDR, by the way. I didn't mention that. It has HDR, HDR mode. So that's pretty dope, man. I think for the price that it came at, and look what you get. Like, what do you get with your order? You get the PicoPix Max, an air moat, child pouch, tripod, and the universal charger. And it comes with all the little extra connectors to connect any kind you want. So I think that's pretty awesome. Definitely cool. And the fact that the focus and keystone are auto corrected is pretty amazing to me. And you can see supported video formats. There's a whole bunch of them. Supported audio formats, another whole bunch of them. The battery is a 16,500 mAh battery. I mean, projectors take a lot of battery, so that's going to last up to 3 hours. But it's so awesome that you can see. So it has the Android App Store. Then there's preloaded TED, Netflix, VLC, and Aptoid. They even throw Aptoid in there, so you can get apps from Aptoid. It's already on the device. You guys know that for what we do, this is the perfect projector. Like you can just put everything you want on this projector and you're good to go. And I didn't see how much RAM it had. Did it say? Technology. It doesn't say. It says quad core 1.5 gigahertz CPU. Doesn't say which one. 16 gigs of space. It doesn't say how much RAM is in it. I didn't really see that. Let me see if I go back up. Frequently asked questions. And it has the warranty is 24 months. You get a 2-year warranty with it. And yes, you can plug in your Chromecast, Fire TV, blah, blah, blah. Does not support 3D. Yeah, no, see, this is what they give you. So ExpressVPN, which is supposed to be a good VPN, but it's expensive. It'll be preloaded on your PicoPix Max so you can navigate safely and connect seamlessly even when traveling abroad or using public Wi-Fi. If you choose to subscribe, you'll receive an additional 3 months free. So that's what they, and you get a 7-day free trial. Maybe I'll review ExpressVPN with my 7-day free trial too. It does 60 FPS, 1080. That's fine. And it uses micro SD cards also to extend it. So they have tested it with a 512 gigabyte card. Need to test further with 1 terabyte. So it can definitely use at least a 512 gig micro SD card to expand your storage. So that's awesome also. They measured it in a living room, that says leaving, not in a silent room. The room was 31 dBA without any noise, just small AC running. with the PicoPix Max, we measure 34.5 dBA at full power. So that's not terrible. Definitely quieter than the other one. This thing sounds like a freaking airplane's gonna take off. It's like, shh. The fans are really loud. Um, doesn't say how much RAM. It's the only thing I can't find, but whatever it is, it is. So right now, there's 8 left for 565 because the regular price of this projector when it goes on sale in stores, if it, I think it's done well enough that it probably will, it's going to be $980. So I got it for like I think it was 540 when I got it, and as they dwindled down, the price has gone up, or the perks change or whatever. I think my perk ended at 540, and this one's 565, and there's only 3 out of 15. This is to get 2 of them for 1,129. So you save $1. They literally give you 50 cents off each one if you wanted 2 of them. But I thought, the 250 projector, I really didn't care for. Um, it doesn't. It wasn't that sharp to begin with. Nothing felt very sharp. So I wanted to try this one, and the fact that it had Android built in, I was sold. I was like, battery. I can take it out in the backyard, watch UFC in the backyard while I barbecue in the summer. Like that's awesome. Like I could think of so many things that I would do with this little pocketable projector, you know. Um, so hopefully I get that sometime in March. Hopefully it should arrive. And if that works, because I was supposed to have it already, but because of the whole coronavirus thing and the factory shutting down, that kind of delayed everything. And we got Mongo says, can't wait to see your review of the Philips Pico. Looks sweet. Could be a great outdoor theater solution. That's what I'm hoping. I really want to use it in my backyard. I want to use it in this room, like because normally, like I said, it's dim in here. Right now, I have the overhead light on, but it's normally pretty dim in here. So you know, I think I can just carry it around. I could put it anywhere. I think it's pretty cool, man. Like you just throw it in your book bag and take it to a friend's house. Take it. I just think that's just awesome. Like you don't really find like there are some small ones, but all the small ones that were previous were all like 720p projectors, and they didn't really look that good, or they were the real cheap like little Chinese ones that were like they had Android on them, but they were like $100. And those also were only like I used to have one that was 480p, and then I had one that was 720. They were never that sharp, and you couldn't go make a screen that big. Like to be able to make a 120-inch screen at 1080p, and it can accept 4K inputs and downscale it to 1080. It's pretty impressive. I'm hoping it's as good as it sounds. Um, and they've had a lot of updates on this thing over time. Um, Apparently there's like some it says they're doing unboxing video tests that they're doing. I might do that too. Let's see. Uh this is all okay, so video test unboxing. If you've already received your PicoPix Max, we want to hear from you. In order to help the community, we're looking to give awards to our top 3 best backer unboxing and explanation videos. So, prizes. First place is a Screenio S6, second place is an additional PicoPix Max, and third place is a NeoPix Prime. How does it work? Film a video, creativity, style, and content are up to you. When choosing our 3 winners, we'll prioritize your authentic opinion and your helpfulness to others' backers. You do not need to be professional. Don't let intimidation stop you. Uh, so I just have to post it on YouTube and include my backer number in the title. And then on February, oh, it says on February 28th. I don't have it yet, so I'm screwed. It says to enter this round 1 contest. So I guess there'll be a second round. But now I want to know what a Screenio S6 is. Who else wants to know what a Screenio S6 is? Because that's the first place prize. Ooh, boy, oh boy. You guys got to see this. Look what they're giving away. It's sold out from right now, but it's a all-in-one 4K short throw up to 180-inch display home theater projector. 2,000 color lumens, and it has Android. Oh my goodness. Why does Philips want me to be broke? Ooh. And it doesn't look that big. It's not that big. It's way bigger than the other one, but it's not that big. And it's 4K. I want to know what the regular price of this thing is because, oh, look. Well, I guess that's the regular price. I don't know. Let's see. No, that just says 4K project. That's not, that's just a bootleg one. Hold on. Let me put it up here. The Screenio S6 price. Good Lord. Okay, so here's somebody else that has it. That's somebody on eBay trying to rape it because the price is bad. Probably because it's sold out. If I could find it on Philips, that's Amazon site. Projector Central. Only got a 3 rating, so it might not be that good. I don't know, but I wonder why. Sounds good though. Sony makes a bunch of them. Good Lord, 30.9 pounds. Look at the reviews on these things though. 1800 lumens. Oh, that's 1080. Here's so this. How much is this? Ooh, look at the prices. 5 grand basically. 4,500. B&H is a legit price. Let me see if B&H has the Screenio. Let's see. Screenio S6. Do they sell it? I guess not. Showing results for screens. We did not find any matches. That's pretty funny. Oh no. But good Lord, that's an expensive Sony projector. $4,500. How big of a screen can this thing make? And HDR. My goodness. They got an upscaler to near 4K. They'll upscale to 1080p. HDCP 2.2 support, which that's awesome. Input lag reduction, so if you want to play games. Front-facing fan, that's a smart idea, actually. Doesn't say how big you can make the screen. Spec. Projector size, 60 to 300 inches. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. I cannot afford to buy that. But if I could find the price of a Screenio, I would like to do that. Let's see. Screenio S6 price. Is that what I searched for before? I'd have to review this more because there's only 2 reviews. You can't really go by that. Nothing had a lot of reviews for it. They just pop a bunch of Sony on here. Here's AVS forums. So let's see. He bought it from here. Or he didn't buy it from here. The scarcity period is over. Apparently it's back. Oh, it says 4K simulation, but I don't think it's actually 4K. But it does have HDR10 and HLG support. I'm curious what the price is. It doesn't really say how much it's supposed to cost at all in here. Oh no, here's price. That's what is that? Euros, right? 17.99. So it's not cheap. Let's see. euros to dollars. $17.99. $2 grand. Still way cheaper than the Sony's, but I'd have to see some reviews on that to spend that kind of money. Aaron said 25-foot screen. Yeah, man. That Sony's got to be badass. But I have no idea. I mean, that's just too much money for me. Too rich for my blood. And you guys know I don't mind spending money, but not that kind of money. Not for a projector. You know what kind of TV I could buy with $5 grand? Mongo says, do I have a timeline on when the other channels will be live? I'm looking forward to the gaming channel, but crazy psyched for the tech channel. So what I'm thinking is now the hardest part right now, honestly, I'll break it down for you guys, is I have to um I have to create graphics and all kinds of stuff to do it. Like right now, I'm using this new software, which is vMix. I have a trial of it that lasts 64 days or 60-day trial, and then I have to buy it, which I think I'm going to use it just because it's so much better at at streaming. I find it to be so much better than OBS, which is what I've been using, and it has really great 4K support. All these multi cameras. I can do all kinds of crazy stuff with this. You know what? I have enough space. I could try it. You want me to try to make a broadcast studio? It'd be fun. But I mean, you can do all kinds of bananas things with this, like add input, right? I'll show you guys me making this. This will be kind of cool. But to answer the question before I get too far into creating this, I want to get this software. This software is like 1,200 bucks. So I have a 60-day free trial, and I think I'm just gonna get it with like PayPal credit because they let you pay with PayPal. PayPal credit gives you 6 months no interest, so I'll just pay them like $205 a month to make sure I'm good by the end and over 6 months. And hopefully I'll make it back through the YouTube channel um, as I do that. But I need to make graphics for the channels. Like right now, when I start videos on this, I don't have any graphics. There's no Supreme Builds video. And that's because it was on my old PC, which I have to plug back in. It's sitting down on the floor right over here. I got to plug that back in, drag the Supreme Builds graphics off, see how I can make it work in this setup with this new software. And then I have to make some sort of graphics or buy some sort of graphics or something for the other channels. Like, I guess I could start the channel without any graphics, but I feel like I should at least have an intro of some kind. This channel is more established, so I don't really, mind. But I don't want people to come to like a new channel that they've never seen and be like, this guy just starts a video. There's no like intro. There's no anything. I want a little bit of personality to at least show in the beginning, so at least have an intro video of some kind. So even if I have to go to like Fiverr's website and pay somebody to give me a nice intro for the channel, I gotta make like a logo for them. I mean, I have them. I can show you guys how to get them too. Like anyone that doesn't follow those channels that's in here, if you want to follow them for when I get started, if you go to YouTube, right, um, and you just search up here, Supreme Tech Media LLC, 'cause that's my company, and you hit that, I don't know what this is. That was not here. Somebody made a channel called Tech Supreme, but filter by channels. If you do that for sure, then that'll go away because that was a video. These three are my channels: STM Sports, Lee Talks Tech, and Supreme Tech Gaming. And the reason that that shows up is because I copyrighted them with my company. Like this channel I'm on right now, I don't have under my company. I probably will switch it, but I need to get a advertiser ID. So I need one of these three channels to have at least 1,000 subscribers and then get 4,000 hours of watch time before I can apply under my company name for a YouTube, um, what's it called, an AdSense account. And then once I have that AdSense account, I can apply it to all the channels, although I won't be able to make ads. Like I would probably the tech channel will get there first, I guess, because it already has 510 subscribers. But if you guys are here and you're not subscribed to any of these channels, please subscribe to them because I need 1,000 at least on each of them to even begin the process of, I got to get one of them, but I can't do the other ones without 1,000 either. But I want to at least get the process to become a YouTube verified partner under my company name so I can stop getting all this stuff coming to my personal, name. Because I made this studio in the house as part of my company that I created, and it's just gonna kind of all be built off this. Now these channels, if you look at them, I already put like graphics on the channel here, which I thought were pretty cool. But I got my little icons and stuff, but I don't have anything on them yet. If you go back to here, you'll see my tech channel looks like this. And I got some subscribers. Is that what that's for? Last 30 days? Yeah. No, views gained. How did I get views? Oh no, that's comparing stats to my other channel. Never mind. To the channel I'm on now. I'm like, wait, how did that happen? And then the gaming channel. So I made some basic, starting points for it. They're simple, nothing too crazy, but I just wanted to, give them a little bit of graphics to start off with. And but I just need to make the videos. I need I want to have like an intro video at least. I could do it just that. And that stuff, it takes a little bit of time to either create or takes a little bit of money to pay for. Um, so I'm working on it, but I couldn't do anything because when my computer messed up, that slowed me down a lot. And I even lost all the graphics, like I said, right now for this channel because they're on the other computer. I can plug it in and I can get them off, but it's gonna be a little bit of a pain to do that. But I will. My hope is that um, what I can do is get at least one of them up and running. I think the gaming one makes the most sense to get running first, only because I already have GeForce Now with the Shield. I already have Stadia, so I can start with those topics. So I'll probably create a intro and some kind of logo or something for the gaming channel and make a few videos on that one. But I mean, I can talk about, Stadia is tech too. All that stuff is also tech. So it's kind of interesting, but tech is going to be very broad. So it can cover some gaming aspect as well. So I don't know. I think those are the two. I really want to get the sports one running, honestly. I love that too. Um, you know, do kind of like talks before fights, after fights. Um, cover other little sports too. But this kind of stuff, which is what I'm going to show you. So I don't know, Mongo. I think, what are we in now? We're at the end of February. I'm going to take a week off from work for my birthday in April, towards the end of April. So I'm hoping that I have at least one of those channels, if not two, functioning and running by the end of April. That's my goal. So right now it's like basically 2 months. It's the end of February. So at least one, maybe two. That's going to be the goal, like my set goal. Because I need to take a little time off from work to really sit here for like full work hour days and get it going, let me move this out of the way real quick. I want to show y'all something. I know some of y'all saw this the other day, but I'm gonna do it now that I have space because it doesn't look like it, but I cleaned up a whole lot in here compared to how it was. Uh, I got a ton of garbage to throw out, a bunch of boxes I broke down. But I really wanted to try this. So I'm gonna give it a shot right now. Take my green screen, pull it up here. I want to see how the green screen actually works with my setup here the way it is now. If I'm able to do this or not. I just need to be centered and then pull this up. sure that's higher than, yeah. All right. I might have to, see, this is the problem, right? Because I can't bring this screen really any closer and still fit here properly. Makes it kind of a pain. So I'm gonna end up having to do like a zoom on this, which luckily, even though this lens can't zoom, it has like a 2x zoom, but it's gonna make me too small. That's kind of the problem too. Let me try, go in the menu. I don't remember where that is. Well, you know what? I can just do this though. Let me switch to this because look, this is even wider, right? But, oh, you know what? I don't have to zoom. What am I saying? Hold on. I can actually change the. Let me move this down. Oh, um, Mango. I greatly appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much, my man. Much love and appreciation. I can actually do this, I think. Forget how this works. I have to go into the settings of this and then position. And I should be able to, oh, the wrong way. That's correct. There we go. If I do this, I can take it in, see? And then it should be YX2. Yeah, there we go. All right. So if I can bring myself in like that. Oh, there's still a little bit on the bottom corner here that's got to come out. See that? And now I only have the green screen behind me. So let's try this. So we're going to go to color key, right? And I'm going to say chroma key filter. Okay. Picking something up here, but I gotta figure this one out. I don't know how this works. Auto chroma key. So, oh, that's weird. Hold on. Oh, I have to pick the color. Okay. I think I need my lights on for this to make it work right. Yeah, get my lights on and brighten them up. Yeah, see, the bottom is still a little green because it doesn't have the same amount of lighting on the floor. Coming back up. Well, let's try the, oh, that works. Okay. So number 3 is working. And then key fill input. Oh, let's see. We're looking at, what is that off to the side that's showing up? Something is showing up right. See that? On this side? Giving me a weird, funky, like, oh, it's on this side. I don't know why. Oh, because there's a shadow there. Okay. So maybe if I turn off my actual overhead light, that would probably help. Or not. uh, key fill input. That is weird. Okay. Um, but it's pretty close anyway. I'll have to keep working at this, but pretty close. Now check this out. I'm gonna leave this like this for the moment. I'm sure there's other ways to mess with this. Okay, now that went too far. I see. That's better. Okay, not so bad. I don't know why it's picking up some kind of purple off this. Oh, maybe I need to adjust the color again. Select the color. That might do it. It's gonna take some time for me to figure that one out. But it's pretty close. So it looks like I'm just sitting in a black room right now, which is what I want. And check this out. Right? I need to go to, I can turn on anti-aliasing too. That's awesome. All right, so 1 doesn't work good, 2 doesn't work good, 3 is the one that's working, even though I'm not really fond of 3. Oh, and it lets me zoom in and zoom out down here. Okay, Um, I'm gonna start with this. I think it's good enough for now. And I'm gonna close that. And we're gonna do a add input, more, hit this virtual setup. This one, okay. And I'm gonna do a setup, input. No, not for that. Talent, input. There we go. Oh man, this is pretty crazy. So I have to do a little messing around with this, but let's do this. Hang on. So screen one. And let's do screen two. And then let's do screen three. We'll do a oh, that's too low for that. Okay, fine. All right. You guys ready to check this out? What's up, Kiko? We're gonna cube zoom this in here. And here we are. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? What do you guys think about this? How's it look? I'm about to blow this up to full screen just so I can see what it looks like. I mean, I gotta obviously fix it up a little bit, but kind of cool, right? You guys, I could put different things on all the screens, and you can actually, that's a little bit later, looking at the YouTube on the bottom, flipping it around. Got a little bit of work to do to get it exactly right, but my problem is I can see it on this screen over here. Yeah, this one, the one where you can see the whole green screen. There's shadows behind me, and that's what's making a little bit of issue. I'm gonna have to plug in some lights on the floor and bring them up, I think, or play with this chroma key a little better. But it's pretty cool, right? I mean, you can't do this in OBS. So, I mean, like this kind of stuff, I think is gonna be awesome to do like um, sports shows with. I could get or even doing like when we do those live shows where we have people that call in, when we do the call shows, people that use their camera, I could put them on the screens. And I could be sitting in the middle and you guys could show up on the screens when you call in. You know what I mean? Like it'd be so much fun. Sports channel, like Mongo just said, the sports channel would be good for. Um, I think it can definitely work out pretty good. It's just I can lower myself down in the chair, be a little lower now, but and I think that helps with the oh, I'm hitting the green screen though. Like the bad part is that I'm making this shadow. If you can see on one side screen where you can see the screen right behind me, there's a shadow from my head back there. That's not what you want. You need, I need some light below to come up. But stuff like this is cool. I mean, I'm with it. So if I go back here, right, you guys can see me again. And let me close this one out real fast. And I'm gonna do a make another one real quick while I'm still here. So like in virtual set something like, check this out. And there's things you can do with this too. I should have showed you that on the other one, but I'll show you. Setup, talent, okay. This is kind of small though. Well, this one I gotta sit up higher for. Even a little higher, I think. Okay. This is pretty funny. And then we're gonna do a screen, right? Yep. And then I'm gonna shrink this down. All right, so check this one out. What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. How you guys doing? Let's review this weird guy's YouTube channel. I don't know what's wrong with him. And then you have things that you can do too, right? Like while you're live on the show, I could be talking, and let's say we don't care about this background anymore. I can just be like, hey, everybody, how about we just transition right to me at the desk? And we just keep on doing that real nice and easy. It works pretty sweet, right? And maybe we want to leave that space and come back out again because we care about what's on the screen now, right? Why not? But what about if we want to get kind of close with just one person in an interview? Well, I could be behind this desk and that person could be on the TV screen, and we can just talk like this, and it'll work out just fine. The only thing I gotta fix is the width of this screen. It's too there's too much side coming out, or I gotta zoom in my lens, which would help a little too. But then I become too big. I gotta mess around with it, but it's still the Harvey Game Show. Late night shenanigans. But I really kind of like let's go to this, right? I'm gonna move back to this here for a minute. I'm gonna close this other one down. I'm gonna do a input here. Let me see this one. This is funny. Oh man, they got some funny stuff, and you can buy more too. But like, there's all kinds of funny stuff you can do in here. I want to see what this one looks like. Setup, talent. Okay, pull that up. This is so weird. Why? I'm all the way up and I still look like I'm so low. This is really freaking weird. I think that this box needs to move down. Hold on. And then there's a background and a foreground. Can I move the desk? No, not me. Where'd I go? Hello? It messed me up. Go to settings, general, change, go back to that. Okay. So now, hold on a second. Talent. Reset position. Okay. So I should be able to, okay, I can change my position at least, which is good. But no, it doesn't let me change. Let me see if I can change the foreground position. Foreground. Yeah, okay, I can move the desk. Thank goodness. Because I felt like the desk was too high here. And that is better. Okay. What do we think, guys? How do we look? And my man Kiko, thank you for the super chat, Kiko. Appreciate it, my man. This is like just like a news show. You do like streaming news now. I just got to get this wider. I hate that my arms and hands disappear. Need to go a little more this way so I'm in the middle. There we go. I'm in the middle. And I can like sit here and mess with it. So like I can go, wee, I'm gone. Oh no, where'd I go? This is really cool though. Like you could do some funny stuff here. I think if you hold shift, yeah, then you can zoom it. Okay. All right, so I can move it without that. Hold shift and I can zoom it. Now I look huge at the desk. There's a very, very mini desk. Let's zoom out a lot because I look really huge. That's more normal, yeah? Closer? A little closer? Is that about right, maybe? I feel like I look too small now, though. I can even move like the desk. Be in the box. Like I could take the desk and I can be like, nah, let's put this desk up a little higher. And then if I hold shift, I can shrink desk. So there we go. It's a baby desk. Dun, 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 dun. Baby desk. Me at the baby desk. For your CNN nightly broadcast, I am here. That looks hilarious. I just saw a switch on YouTube. Yeah, but you could kind of do anything, man. So then you could be like, okay, reset the position of that. And then I can go back to here and reset the position of that. That's what it looked like originally. Looks weird though, right? Like my camera and the desk. This is the original positioning. I'm like, why am I so low on this desk? But I move myself up a little. That sizing bad. Yeah, the proportions are weird. True. Aaron says the proportions are weird. Maybe you're supposed to have more than one person at the desk. I don't know if it's supposed to have more than one, but I just got to figure out probably the right place to put it. Um, my head looks too big for my body. I don't know. I didn't change my head size. Maybe my head is too big for my body. I think the desk is supposed to be big, a big what desk? I almost read that wrong, Aaron. What is that? What does that say? I don't know. I think out of all of them though, like, so from here you can, they'll do the zoom in again, right? You're like, okay. Or you can zoom out a little bit so that you just have like the desk and me. I feel like I'm too high, right? I should be lower in this desk. Like this would be more better. This would look better. Something like that. Does that look too crazy weird now? Oh, a big damn desk. That don't look too bad though, right? When it's zoomed in. That's decent. We're getting somewhere in the zoom in. Pretty close. think it looks semi-legit. Welcome to CNN. Bernie Sanders took Nevada. Don Lemon, what's your reaction? I think out of the ones that come with it, this one, I didn't do the transitions in it, but go back to this, right? Looks better with, yeah, I agree. But it's the same exact proportion, right? When I zoom out, I'm not changing anything. I think it's because the size of the room just looks weird. You know what I mean? It's got to be the actual overall room size. The depth, like the depth of field is funky, you know what I mean? But I still love the transitions. It's smooth, it's clear, it's clean, and there's so many more. But man, I was looking at them. They got ones that are like $200, 250. I was just like, oh no, I gotta wait on these. But they got crazy ones. I think out of the ones that they have, um, in here, let me, I don't think I have to close this. I think I can go to settings and I can just change it. Yeah, I can. So I can change it to this one. Say okay, and then I can do. Oh, it kept something there. Okay, that's interesting. Uh, so I can do like go to the setup and boom. Okay, and see this one is totally different. This one needs to change. Screen 3. I'm gonna do that. Oh, sorry. Screen 3 is gonna be the desktop capture, so that's fine. So if I did something like this, right? But now I'm definitely too low, or I gotta raise up in here. Not that one. I need to do, hold on. Then I gotta raise myself up, I guess, to make that one, yeah, to make this one work a little better. It's me having to raise myself up. Okay. Uh, so if we do this one, right? I like this one out of the ones that come in here the best. So I don't know if I'm a little too big for the desk or whatever the case may be. But if you look at this, I can do on this one, you can do like this, come in, and I could even change the background. So like if I downloaded a picture of New York City, because that's not New York, I could put New York City in the skyline. Should we try it? Let me get one. NYC skyline at night. We'll make it nightly news, right? Wallpaper. Yeah. Ooh, that's pretty. Getwallpapers.com. Hopefully they give me a full-size picture without too much trouble. All right, download that. Why are you downloading? Please wait while your link is generated. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so there's the picture, right? And I'm gonna do a save image as. I'm gonna call this NYC skyline test. And we're gonna do save. And then I'm gonna add that as a source. And here, image, browse, downloads, boom, open. Okay. And then now I can change the background of this while we're live on it. Bam. New York City skyline right behind me, baby. I like it. And we can go back to something like the Stadia screen. We can leave Borderlands there if it was video games. Pretty cool stuff. I think it's pretty cool. I just gotta master the this green. First of all, this green screen is acting funny on this side, right here. It's fuzzy, but I think that's gotta be due to. And then check it out, right? So I could be like, okay, let's just take it back out just a little. Now we can see the whole skyline behind me and half the screens. And then you can go out all the way. And so it's got like different levels of zoom. Pretty cool. I'm with it. And I could leave like whatever I'm talking about on the little screen here in the bottom. And I could switch those things as I change subjects. It's pretty cool. I would love to get like, people on the on the 1 and 2 screens and calls. Lower your image so the Nike logo is below the desk. It'll make it look like you were sitting behind the desk. Let's try it. The whole Nike logo? That's as well. I'm as low as I can go now. And then I'd have to move myself. It won't let me move it in the live production. I got to put it in preview. Hang on. Oh, because I'm on the wrong thing. Setup. Me. Like this. But I feel like I'm too low now because the floor looks too small. I think maybe half of the Nike logo or just above the Nike logo. Because that's where I cut off. You see the cutoff? Because I'm low down here already. If I sat up straight, maybe the problem is I'm too hunched over. Now I should lower it. Let's do the zoom in again, because I feel like when it zooms in, it gives you a better idea of the actual size. So like, that bad? Too tall? Down here seems too short, right? What I really want to do is make it so that I can like put my hand on the desk, but that doesn't quite work. Like if I could reach forward, put my hand on the desk. If I back up a bit, but I can't because I hit the green screen. Like that's about as far back as I could go. That might be the problem. I got to get the green screen further back, maybe. But I have to put some lamps on the floor to hit probably the bottom of this green screen area. Bit of a pain. Let's see what happens if I turn my lights off. Look at that. Oh, wait. It fixed itself. Yo, that's better. With no lights, it's better. Everything's fine. At first, it was terrible. Now it's good. Oh, snap. I don't need anything for a green screen. Oh, I don't even need lights. This is amazing. So much better. Watch that. I'm going to blow this up full size. Oh, now I can see myself in the bottom, picture in picture. This is crazy dope, though. And the green screen's working perfect with no lights. Who would have thought all I needed was no light? Usually you need light. Oh no, look, it's cutting in on me now out of nowhere. Maybe because of my red lights above. Let me turn off my red lights. See what happens. It was working, now I'm getting red lights cutting in on me. Oh look, now I'm cutting out. That's so weird. Let me go to this right here. Hit the setting, color key. here, setting. Wow, that's bizarre. It's like messing up now. It was perfect. I don't understand how it was perfect, and then it got all messed up all on its own. Yeah, see, that's no good. One is no good. It's losing like the green patches. Look, you can see through the green patch in the hat. That's crazy. It's like, I disappear. I am Cyborg Man. Yeah, I'll have to mess more with this, because when I choose the key fill input, interesting. Well, it's weird. It like works and then it kind of disappears and messes up after a minute. I don't get it, but I'll figure it out. The other thing I could try is actually zooming my lens, but in order to do that, I'm gonna need that's so weird. Like the corners are messed up, the hat is messed up, but that's because of the green color. But I wish I could like perfect this color. It takes like a snapshot. That's a little better. Made it like a little bit of a brighter green. I see. So I can drag this chroma key amount too. And now look, it's like, oh. Let me try to reset it all. This is a reset with nothing on it. And if you just go to, they usually say going to 2 works fine. 2 does not work fine. 3 is like the best one for me in this lighting. Yeah. Now you can see the screen behind me at least. And I should be that way slightly so that I'm in the middle. And then I turn on the key, go to 3. It's the best I'm getting right now. And then if I take a screenshot for it, for the color, it should be like the one right above my head. It's not terrible, but it'll take some getting some fixing. Like, I don't know what that is. Like extra. Also, the hat I'm wearing, I guess, doesn't help. I turn it backwards, maybe. I'll figure it out. Did I notice a delay from the screenshot? Oh no, there's a delay because that's actually the YouTube channel. So you can see how long my delay is for YouTube, right? So watch the screen on the bottom, okay? And I'm gonna do something that I would not normally do, and you'll see how long it takes to show up. I'm gonna go, watch how long before that shows up in the bottom screen. About like 20 seconds or so, 25 seconds. So when I talk, you guys aren't seeing it for that long, because that's the actual YouTube window that you're seeing in the bottom screen. Yeah, my monitors, I got 3 monitors in front of me. I can't really do much about that. But it's also the lens. I have a f1.4 lens on this camera, and the camera's really good. So um, that definitely helps too. But I'm gonna have to figure out like the whole green screen thing, but I'll get it. The only thing that I wish was that this green screen was wider, because I'd like to be able to go like this and, still, well, I can just about do it, but it's got to be cut off here. If I do a position and I reset all, you see the edges there. So I can't, like past the green screen. That's kind of funky looking. But in actuality, can't really move back though. I should be able to. But now I'm like touching the green screen and still. So being further back is better, I guess, for it. And then I need to do a Y, no, not a Y crop. X1 crop, so right there. Right there. And then a X2 crop, right. Oh, I'm gone. I'm back. I'm gone. I'm back. Right there. And that's basically as wide as I can make it. The further back I go, the more space I would have, but it's a start. I'll play with it some more. I'll get it right. I might have to, maybe I'll have to move further back and get a zoom and zoom in. You know what I mean? That might be what I have to do. I'll figure it out. Because like I can zoom with the camera, but the Logitech, that's why I was going to try to do it with the Logitech, but I think that would look horrible. I could try it. Let's see, if I do the Brio, right? Let's change this. We'll make this one it, and then center myself to the Brio for the background. And where's my Brio? Settings. X1, right there. X2, right there. And let's see when I add the color key. It's soft, very soft, but 3 is terrible on that, see? Don't anti-alias. There's always like some spots on there no matter what I'm doing. Chroma key filter. So yeah, that's too much. See, by the time I get rid of the outside, I'm also getting rid of the hat. But anti-aliasing is kind of cool to have on too. I don't quite get what the red, green, and blue sliders do here. They don't make a change to anything in reality. Weird. Very, very strange. See, this is number 2, and 2 is horrible with the regular camera. It's the closest to being right with this camera. And let me try a color picker. See, like, hold on. It's this side. So, color pick the side furthest from my hat. It's digital. Maybe it's digital noise. I think it's the darker area that's creating the problem down here. Yeah, it won't go away. But Pico asked, did you resolve the camera heating problem? You jumped in a little late on this show, but I called Sony and they told me it wasn't normal and I should exchange it. And since I bought it on Amazon, Amazon sent me a new one. I unboxed the new one at the beginning of the show. but I also ordered these. They're like 20 bucks from Vornado, and they're fans. They're pretty small, as you can tell. So I'm gonna put one on each side of the camera behind the desk and make them blow air like this upward right at the camera. And I'll also have a new camera there. So they're heavy, they feel good, and they twist around however you want them to. You can go straight up, straight down, all the way around in circles, whatever you want to do with them. So I think this will be like my best bet to get that working. Let me go back to the other camera here real quick. Where is it? This one. And cube zoom it, because this one's better. And let me turn the chroma key off on here. There we go. So it's more normal now, just so you could see. Just turn my lights on too. Very small fan blade. Bright light, bright light. Nice little fan. Small blades. They're supposed to make a very direct, it's like a personal air thing. So it's not supposed to be too wide. It's supposed to make a pretty straight, direct air blow. So on the desk, blowing right up at the camera, one from each side. And hopefully that will take care of that problem. They're supposed to be very quiet too. They're small, small blades. So the fact that they'll be behind my monitors hopefully will take care of any problem I might have from that. Let me take this down real quick. Okay, green screen down. I have a problem finding like a big green screen. But oh, and I'm cropped in now. Hang on. I'm like 4:3 in myself. So let me go here and go to position and reset all. There we go. Okay. Perfect. So I think even this one would probably be okay, but Sony said return it. I'm going to return it. And, you know, basically, I think that's probably the right move, probably the best thing to do. Let's see where it goes from there. I got another one, another 6400 is A6400, and then I got a A6600, which I'm going to try to use more for motion and moving. And as a second, when I need a second camera in here, I'll get another one that has some really good quality. So it's weird. Like when I look over at the YouTube screen, being live, it doesn't look as good as it looks on my broadcast screen. Kind of funky, but still looks good. Just not quite as good. So it'll be interesting. I gotta like actually record something in 4K and then upload it. It'll probably take like forever, but it'll get there eventually. All right. Well, it is 2:35 a.m. I've been on here for, I don't know, how long have we been live here? My goodness. What does it say? Like 2 hours ago? Let's see. I don't see an actual full, oh, almost 3 hours, about 3 hours, just turned 3 hours. I'm gonna go get some rest. I got some work to do in the morning. Any of you guys that came in later on, if you want to see the unboxings, I did 2 cameras, the 2 fans, and a Shield 2019 Shield Pro. I unboxed those items in the beginning and showed everyone Samsung T5 SSDs. along with the Shield. So, Samsung. See, as long as my face is here, it will not focus. I gotta get rid of my face, and then boom, Samsung. And boom, my face. But yeah, this is gonna get plugged into the 2019 Shield. I had this already. This was actually on my 2017 Shield at one point. But I took it off. It'll go on the 2019. And that's pretty much it for now. I'll do another video. I'm definitely gonna do a video. Can you begin this stage because oh, I do get a little. I definitely get dust in here because it's a basement, and I have to keep the window open behind me because otherwise it's just way too hot. All the heat pipes run through the ceiling. You can't really see it in here, but I was gonna show you guys that, right? And I never showed you what I did with the iPhone. I wonder if the iPhone died yet or not. I still have it on. Let me see. No, it's still on. Look, see? The iPhone is still here. Check it out. That iPhone's been on this whole show for 3 hours, and it's still running right there. So remember, I told you guys, this iPhone is not connected to anything, but you see it on the screen right now. All right? Check this out. So I'm going to switch to the Brio, right? And let me reset my situation here. So let's do another zoom. All right. So I'm going to pick this up, show you. And this Brio is hot. See the iPhone right there on that thing? And it's just pointing straight down right there. There. And that's how I did the unboxing. But you see the iPhone is just in the air. It has no cables connected to it or nothing. So it's just connected to my network. And with this software here, wow, this is such a bad autofocus system. With this software here, I'm able to pull it in. And that's actually at 4K. Like it's using the rear camera at 4K. Pretty bananas. I could not do this with OBS or anything either. Like I think OBS has like you can download some plugins that will allow you to do something like this. But this is just all native in this app. And the transitions are smoother. I like them. Whoop. Oh no. It looks kind of funny. Now, you know what? What if I just like zoom this up so that the whole background was my studio? Would it, you think it would work? No green screen? You think like I could do that? I could like blow up, take a picture of my studio, like once I have it all set up, and then zoom it as the background. I can maybe do that. It won't be quite as appealing visually, but it would work where I could freely move and not have to worry about anything, you know? Uh, what do you guys think? The whole window becomes my studio. I could probably do that. Take a picture of the studio, put it behind me, but I'd have to just remove everything from the room because you're still going to see, like I'd have to take down all the clocks, everything, because you're still going to see them behind me with, yeah, I don't know how that would work. I don't think I can do that because it's a single source. If I did that, I'd still need a green screen to make that the background. So it wouldn't make sense. It sounded good in theory, but like for me to do that, I would literally have to do like this. Like it looks weird, yeah. No good, see? Like I could do that and then I'm like big and whatever, but look how huge I am on the desk. And there's no way for me to fix that because the whole thing blows up at the same time. So it was cool in theory, but then it didn't work. When I thought about it a little more, it was no good. Paint the wall behind me green, then I will not need a green screen. That might work. But no, you know what? You'd see everything behind me, like all the stuff that's back there, and then it would look like a picture on the wall, even if it did work. So I don't know how well that would work either. I'll figure something out. I need to have a bit of zoom, and I think that would work. If I reset my position here, and with this camera, right, it has a, I don't know where the menu is for that. I think it's menu 1. Let me see. Focus area switch. It'll at least give me an idea. Um, that, here we go. Initial focus, shooting assist. I'm not used to these menus either, but I gotta make shortcuts on this for sure. There you go. So zoom, I can do this, and then that might work. So like here's a 1.5 times. And if it was just, then because it's only me and I could shrink myself, but I still lose, you see, I still lose the width because no matter what, I'm forced to back up even with the zoom. So, now if we go here and we just look at me this way, yes, it'll get rid of that but I could zoom just enough so that I don't have to make crops, I guess, at least. That might help. I don't have to crop in the sides by doing the zoom. So like this is too much. I don't think I would have had to zoom in this much. But something like 1.3, 1.2 might make it work. Something like that. Just enough to where I don't see the sides. All right, guys. I'm going to go get some rest. But probably tomorrow night when I get home from work, which should be around, well, you know what? Not when I get home because I'm going to eat. Probably around like 10:30 Eastern time. I'll come on here, I think, and go live setting up the shield. Um, I'll probably do it. I'll do a live show setting it up. But what I'm gonna do for you guys that are here now, so you know, is I'm gonna do it where I come on and I set up the whole shield regular, nothing to do with streaming, the way we stream with all our fun stuff. And you guys can ask questions while I'm doing it if you have them. And I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat and I'm gonna queue them up in the chat. And then when we get to the end of that first part, where it's just regular setup, the ones that I see that I need that look like good questions to answer that I can fit in there, I'll do a Q&A on those at that point right there. And then I'll do all of our setup where we do like, Cody and IPTV and all that stuff in the second part after the shield is just basic setup. And you guys can ask questions during that, but I won't stop and I'll answer the questions after. I'll queue all those up at that point. So I think that's kind of the plan, the way that I want to do it. Just so that I can put easy timestamps for people and just say like, okay, in the video, it's like if you don't care about streaming and you just want to set up your shield with the best settings, watch from 3 minutes through to, you know, start at 3 minutes and it ends at whatever, 30 minutes. And if you want to watch how to set up, you know, streaming, other gray area streaming services start at 47 minutes and end at, you know, an hour and 25 minutes or whatever it is. Something along those lines. I feel like that should work out pretty good. But you know, I debated like doing it with no, like doing it offline. I want to go back to one because I thought about like, oh, I don't want to have the, you know, to stop and get sidetracked and then people are going to watch it later trying to set up. But then I realized a lot of people may have the same questions that the people have in that if I did it live. So I figure as long as I keep the questions in a structured way where I don't answer any of them and stop doing the setup during the setup, then it should still work out, I think, the best of both worlds. Somebody might get their question answered by the questions you guys ask so that they get their answer at the end of it, of each section, you know? So that's the plan. And I'm gonna, you know, barring like some weird reasoning why that wouldn't work for me tomorrow night, I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow night, I think, when I get home. Maybe I could do it tomorrow morning, depending on what time I wake up. Tomorrow morning or tomorrow night. I don't know. But it's a weekday, so the night's probably better because people will be at work already. I don't know. So I guess that's it. On that note, I will say, Mongo, you have a good night too. Bless you, my friend. All you guys that came out, thank you for sticking around for a while. We're down to 35 watching now, and you guys, some of you guys stuck around for quite a bit. So it was fun chatting with y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed some of the unboxings. I'll do that Shield video. I'll do some more stuff that I get that comes in for the cameras soon, and we'll have some fun. And then I'll keep playing with this software. But I definitely want to get all this stuff up and running with these whatchamacallit, this stuff working and working well, and have some real fun shows messing around with all this stuff. Stay supreme, everybody. Pico, stay supreme, y'all. All right, guys. Have a good night. Bless everybody. Sleep well. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. And I'm out.